Hypocrisy.
Okay. Hold on. Having an issue with the mic here. Just a second. This is through the webcam, which is garbage. Oh, now you're going to work. Oh, you're just going to start working now. Thanks. Thanks a lot, you piece of garbage. Hi. How's it going? How are you guys? So anyway, holy hell, the chat's moving too fast for me to pin messages. There we go. Yeah, so I made a critical mistake. Of course. You're hearing everything twice? Really? I can check you on this. Is there? Hold on. How are you hearing everything twice? Yeah, you're lying. Okay, got it. Maybe you have two windows open. All right, I was just making sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where's my I'm going to hit the bottle right away today. This very innocuous bottle of Propel. Oh, I should have filled it with vodka. So here's the issue. I made the mistake of unplugging my old stupid speakers and plugging in these new ones that I got, which is great. But if you mess with anything, OBS is like, no, everything's broken. You have to undo it. You have to undo whatever you did. Please, dear God, I'm OBS. I can't take change. I can't deal with it. Please fix me. So apparently the microphone didn't want to work. But then it just started. Fixing itself. So that was good. Whew. Well, hello, the chat. How are you doing? It is 1 year. It has been 1 year. 1 year since the kneeling, the inglorious kneeling that took place. The knee heard round the world. The knee of Derek Chauvin, symbolizing all white privilege, power, and racism, oppressing George Floyd into the earth, into death. George Floyd, who symbolizes all that is right and good in the world, apparently, likely to be beatified as a saint over time or something. That is what has happened. a year ago and a year since, we've had so much change in the world, right? A year ago today, we had Donald Trump. We had an economy that was in the tank because COVID had caused everything to shut down, and we had a presidential election looming on the horizon. But that's the thing. So it's I guess it's 1 year, and so we are required by law to address it. The law of discussion requires us to talk about it, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it today. I think that seems horrible, and frankly, I don't have much of an agenda today. I don't have much of an agenda, so I'm going to try and do one of these sort of relaxed streams where we talk. I try and interact with the chat. I'm going to drink a lot of liquor, I guess. We're going to work on that. I mean, we might talk a little bit about the Floyd thing. I don't know what needs to be said right now. I can check for case updates or whatever. But, I recorded 3 videos today. There's a lot more out there to talk about. But, I don't know how much we want to delve into these subjects while on this show. I think we're gonna just have more fun if we kind of hang out and relax and read. No, there's no Vic updates. There's no Vic updates because it's not Thursday. There can't be a Vic update, but in general, there's no Vic updates. I would lead with a Vic update. I know it's muted. My interface moved 1 millimeter and then shut down. I'm working on it. It's gonna be a day like this. It's gonna be a day, okay? Apparently. I have this much 18-year whistle pig left. Just a tiny little bit. And I'm going to drink it all. And then we're going to see what happens next. We'll be starting with a nice solid double plus of whistle pig. Cheers. Delicious. Okay, no, I'm not going to down it. This is good. This is good. I don't want to down it. I want to drink it nice. All right. Where were we? I don't even know. Oh, by the way, did anybody out there watch the Barnes and Nick Fuentes debate on the Alex Jones show today? I did not get around to doing it. I don't know how long it is. I want to listen to it. I want to watch it. But I assume it's a disaster. I assume it's an absolute disaster. So that'll be good. Pepsi Man, no, I haven't ordered it yet. I'm gonna try and remember to order it tonight. See, Nozaku says that sounds amazing. I assume you mean amazing. That sounds terrible to me. Like Nick Fuentes debating Robert Barnes on what? That sounds like an awful, awful show to me. I'm gonna probably watch it at some point, but it doesn't sound like anything I would want to do. I don't know if it's held anywhere. I don't know if it's, I tried to click on it on the Alex Jones webpage and it just had some dork talking live. It wasn't them at all. Pepsi Man, you would have a right to laugh over that. See, Goody, no, I didn't talk to Tom about the GoFundMe. And I will try to do that tomorrow. I'll be on Discord more. I was only on Discord for like a minute today. Because of abject idiocy, that is the story that we didn't get to last night. So I guess we can talk about that too, because that's about me. And the show has to be about me sometimes. But I forgot to do this channel or this topic last night, so we'll do it today. And I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. And I'll show you guys some of what's going on. But I can only show you some because the rest of it's too stupid. But that being said, we'll get into that. Let's start with a couple super chats, and then I'll check out the Barnes and Fuentes debate. If it's worth it, maybe it'll be worth doing a show on it. I don't know. It sounds like a topic that I don't care about and will have no tangible benefit to any discussion. Because if the topic is, should we or should we not support Israel, you're not changing a single person on Earth's mind on the subject. So, like, I don't understand the debate or the purpose of the debate, right? Like, Nick Fuentes is going to just say no forever. That doesn't matter what it is. He's going to say no. He's a nationalist. He's a America First nationalist. And so his perspective is going to, of course, be that you shouldn't give money to Israel because they're not America. I mean, that's not a complicated position. No, it doesn't have to be. And that's not a bad or a good position or anything. Like, I'm not making a comment on it. That just is the position. I don't know, like, what inherently about Robert Barnes would make him take the position that we should support Israel. I saw the summary someone posted. But he's going to be on the side of pro-Israel. I don't know if that's his, like, full-on position or if that's his position he took for the debate. I don't know enough about it or his personal opinions on it. But okay. So just going with the Fuentes part, like you're up against an iron wall that is not going to bend or buckle in any of the capacity. Like, there's going to be no give in the debate. So it'll just be him saying, well, no, they're not America. And we should focus on America. And Robert Barnes will, I assume, try and explain why supporting Israel is supporting America or something. And they'll disagree forever. Great. But I'll check it out. I wanted to listen to it anyway. I didn't get to during the day because I was busy. So I'll check it out. If there's something to comment on it, we'll do some commentary on it. All right. That being said, let me go to this stupid. You notice what I did today? You notice I was turning the grift up. Grifted hard. Grifted on that Arizona Maricopa County audit The Maricopa audit. The Maricopa audit. Heavy on the Mary and heavy on the cope in that audit. Covered it again. Hashtag no regrets. No regrets. The title was clickbait bullshit. Title was accurate to the news stories that were in it. So, get it. Get it. I hate the topic. I hate the topic. Did you drink before you posted the audit? No. No, I actually don't drink during the day until I get on this show 99.9% of days. So no, I did not drink before doing that. Let's see. Siren Jag, I don't know. I'll have to look again. I'll look in a minute. Okay, I did have I had a meeting with my YouTube partner manager today. It's always fun. My partner manager is very, very nice. We had a nice discussion. And I told them how much I hate that YouTube removes the early super chats and that they should fix that. They also informed me that I'm one of the top super chat performers. So I'm in some small group of super chat performers, I guess. And they're going to be having some sort of meeting about it. I don't know what that means. I'm not invited to the meeting. I should be, probably, but I'm not yet. I'm gonna try and get that going. When do we get that 24-hour stream? Actually, legitimately, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I think some people think I'm not serious, like that because I don't want to do it and I have no idea when I'm going to do it, that I'm not going to. But I am a man of my word, even if that word takes a long time to actually occur. It will occur. I have said I will do the 24-hour stream, and I will. My kids are almost entirely done with their activities, which will give me a much better opportunity to do it. So I am trying to set it up, legitimately trying to set it up. So it's so hard for me to get 24 hours of straight broadcasting. Plus, I've got to sleep on either end of that. So it's blocking off like 36 hours of time almost, which is that's something I haven't seen. 36 hours of time in a row in like a year. I've never had it. Diamond Duck, I know it's been like 18 months since Kendra, and it's been longer for some guests. But my guest roster is, I've been light on guests lately for a couple different reasons. I feel like I sent a message to Kendra and didn't get a response, so I'll have to check. That might have been my brain telling me I wanted to send a message to Kendra, but not actually doing it. I don't know. Every single day is me scrambling to get through it. So a lot of stuff gets pushed into this is not the highest priority thing I have right now pile, and other stuff comes to the fore. So it's not personal against, I like her very much. I think she'd be great. Bring back Peacock. Let's talk about that motherfucker. Let's talk about this Judas Iscariot Peacock. Let's talk about Brutus Peacock knifing me and stabbing me in the back and the front. Et tu, Peacock. This Dune reading Persian supremacist tall drink of asshole man went on some other show. Someone sent it to me in Discord. And I felt the giant turkey carving knife pierce my cold, withered heart. I don't know the link. It's in my Discord. You know how to get into the Discord. Get grifted. Get grifted. I have not had a moment to send a message to absolutely scream at him through text. But I will. Oh, I will. Like, you're mine! You don't get to go on other YouTube shows. We're under agreement. We're under a bro agreement. You're supposed to come on my show. Why? I don't know whose show it was. Someone sent me the link. It's something I've never even heard of it. So anyway, Wolfgang says, guys, I swoon when I read Wolfgang's name and wish he could hold my hand and let me cry deeply. I will redact this super chat because I want him. Doocy says, since you haven't been covering the ATF and firearm debacle very much, do you think they will ban 80% lowers? How do you think they will fare with the rest of their regulations? And do you think Chipman will be confirmed? Yes. Extremely well. And yes, respectively. Yeah, I think they're going to they're going to attempt to ban 80% lowers. And then there's going to be a lawsuit, and in 8 years we'll find out that it wasn't acceptable. But I don't see why they couldn't ban 80% lowers. They should be able to. But here's the thing. If it's not a firearm, this is the problem with Second Amendment interpretations. You can ban 80% lowers because they're not firearms. So you don't have a Second Amendment right to an 80% lower. Think about how ridiculous that is. It's backwards, it's ludicrous, it's stupid, but Congress has the sole authority over interstate commerce. And the only thing that prevents them from banning the sale of guns is the Second Amendment. But an 80% lower isn't a gun. So they'll regulate 80% lowers. And then I guess we'll have a 75% lower. A 50% lower. Eventually, like, it'll be ludicrous. It'll be insane, but is it constitutional? Probably. I don't know how it wouldn't be. Congress says you can't sell blocks of metal with these dimensions and this pattern drilling or whatever. So then you got to make something a different style of lower, 75%, just a block of aluminum or steel or whatever it is that a CNC machine can mill out. You'll have to change the CAD designs for the automatic CNCs or whatever. But eventually it'll have to get to that level of lunacy. As for Chipman being confirmed, I don't know why he wouldn't be confirmed. How will they fare with the rest of their regulations? I mean, Congress is there. It'll be up to the Supreme Court to get a case, to take the case, and to decide it, whether we'll see one or not. I don't have any faith in the Supreme Court to take Second Amendment cases. Like, it's all rah-rah right now because they're taking the one concealed carry case in New York. Like, that's the case you're going to take? Guns are being banned in various states, effectively banned. They're talking about regulating ammo. They're talking about all of these things, and you take the one, like, can you conceal carry outside your home? Like, that's the case. That's the case they chose, and they've shunned all the others. You're going to take one Second Amendment case. You take like 5 First Amendment cases a year. You take one Second Amendment case every... It's been 11 years. 11 years since the last decision. So, I mean, I'm happy they're taking a case, but how long is it going to take another? They don't They have no interest in even taking Second Amendment cases. Now, maybe that's going to change. Maybe with ACB, that'll change. And until they kill Justice Thomas, which, by the way, get that man as many armed guards as you can possibly find, because Clarence Thomas is in the Epstein crosshairs. He is public enemy number like 3, maybe, after Trump and DeSantis. But Clarence Thomas, like, I'm so glad that Clarence Thomas is an introvert that doesn't go anywhere, because if he goes anywhere, he's on the list. He's on the list. They hate him. He's got so much power and influence because everybody respects him. They basically have to. They have to. He's Giga Chad, who overcame one of the first public Me Too's. He has withstood all. He stands as the first, or not the first, but one of the only black Supreme Court justices in history, and he was appointed by a Republican. He's an originalist who is unapologetic about it. He is also conservative and is unapologetic about it. His Christianity and his faith inform some of his decision making. Oh my God, they hate him. What is on my shirt? Oh, this shirt is, I think, still available on the Teespring store. It says, "How embarrassing." It's my shirt. I actually sell them, I think. But yeah, Justice Thomas is in danger at all times in this administration. All right. RZEQDW says, today I weighed in at 161 pounds. Last time I was at your house, I was about 185. Bravo! My current squat is 250 and deadlift 300. The last time you saw me, that was 45 and 95 respectively. When do I get promoted to Chad? You're doing it, man. You're doing it. I love it. I love it. That's awesome, buddy. Keep going. Keep working. You're inspiring me. My current squat is like barely able to get off the couch. That's one. And then my current deadlift is whatever kid I have to pick up to discipline. Like that's my deadlift. They're both embarrassingly low. And I'm up to almost 200 pounds, guys. I found this out yesterday. I think I mentioned it, and my life is basically over. I don't know how to fix this. So I figured I just have to eat a bunch of cyanide and hand grenades mixed up in a blender, and that's the way I'll lose the weight. Stop being fat. No kidding. Wait, how tall? I'm 6'2"-ish. 6'2", little over 6'2". But the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life is like 206, I think. So I'm like 197 right now. So I like to be around 185. That's the weight I prefer to be at. I know it's not heavy, but I prefer to be at 185. I'm always been a slender person. So that's where I prefer to be. Stop eating late at night and just drink. Angry Baneling, I'm taller than you. Also, you don't exist because you're in India. How old? I'm 39. How tall is Drexel? He says he's 6'6", but I always remember him being about 6'7", 6'8". When we were in high school. Maybe he shrunk. But yeah, he's about 4 inches taller than me. intermittent fasting. I fast every day because I don't eat until about 5 p.m. at night lately. Although that's probably going to change because I've started exercising and running more. So I'm gonna need to actually eat smaller meals throughout the day. Here's the problem. I'll tell you the problem though. Here's the problem with my diet. You want to know what I had for dinner tonight? This is Soder's fault. Soder took me to. What's up, Attorney Tom? How you doing, man? I saw that message before you retracted it. Attorney Tom, you want to come on my show sometime, buddy? We need to chat. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you, girl. How you doing? What's your ring size? Yeah, man. I gotta find a way to reach you. I want to invite you. Oh, you're upset that I'm taller than you? That's okay. I didn't do anything to earn it. I didn't do anything to earn it. Oh, I gotcha. He misspelled my name. But we should do a show together, buddy. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be a fun time. So, by the way, guys, if you haven't, go check out Attorney Tom's channel. He does great content, good videos. He's got funny short stuff. He's got longer stuff as well. Go check it out. Smart guy. And yeah, I hope to talk to him on a show sometime because I think that'd be a blast. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. Here's why I'm gaining weight and not losing weight. So Soder, my Discord admin, he and I went up to Costco yesterday. We went up to Costco and I go in and I get to the meat section, and you got to understand where we live. The area where Soder and I live is we don't live in the same town. We actually live on opposite sides of this other town, Wilmer. But Wilmer has garbage for grocery food. Garbage for groceries. Like we have a Cashwise and a Cub and a Walmart. We have a Target, but it's not a super Target. So there is no, despite living in the middle of a million farms, right? It's farmland. All you can see, farms everywhere. It comes springtime and the fall, it just smells like manure. You would think, you can't. I don't know if you can join my Discord. Attorney Tom, my email address is in the description of this video at the bottom. If you want to email me, we'll set something up. But there's farms all around. There's cows everywhere. Wherever you go, there's not a butcher in this town of any respectable level. I mean, they do butcher cows and stuff like that, but you cannot buy USDA prime meat. You can't. Choice is the best that you get. It's the absolute best you can get within an hour of my house. So normally we're relegated to choice meat, and which is fine. I eat it all the time. I like it. But I go to Costco an hour away, and they have a prime section. And they had a pack of tenderloin. Almost 3 pounds of tenderloin. USDA prime. And so I bought it. And so tonight I made pan-seared tenderloin, beef tenderloins, medium rare, of course, because what are you doing cooking longer than that? I made that. I had some rice, and I cooked the rice in beef broth to go with the beefy flavor of the tenderloin. With the tenderloin pan, I cooked it cast iron. And so what I did was I made a pan sauce by using some shallots, and then I flambéed the shallots with a bunch of brandy, and then I poured in a bunch of heavy cream, and then reduced it down until it tasted like sex that's what it tasted like. It tasted like sexual intercourse. And then I made some green beans with a little bit of orange bell pepper and shallot. And and those are just sauteed in some olive oil and all that together. It was so good. And I ate, it was like I said, it's about like 3 pounds of beef tenderloin. And I ate about a pound of it myself because I'm fat. It's so good. Oh my God. Oh, it was good. Yeah. So that's why. That's why, because I like to cook good food. And you know. All right. Back to this. So thank you, RZEQDW, for reminding me that I need to stop being a little bitch and do more exercise. Oh, and on Friday, I get to have my allergy shot again. So happy. So happy. No one important says, I see you got that Twitter article I sent you, lol. I just think it's weird. It says celebrate. Who celebrates someone dying? I don't know, man. It is a thing that's going on. It is a thing that's going on. Mario Carter 13 says, broke, pour out a 40 ounce, woke, fire off a 50 cal. Yes. Oh, I may have been able to procure some shotgun shells. So if I can actually confirm the shotgun shells, we'll be doing a skeet shooting stream sometime soon. I just have to go get the trap shooting. So I got to go get the machine that will throw a bunch of Blair Whites into the air and I can shoot them out of the sky. But yeah, I've got a source for some trap rounds, and so all I have to do is buy the shotgun, buy the machine, buy the clays, and then that's what I'll be doing. We'll do that. It'll probably be daytime. Beaker Sneaker, I've never had a shotgun. So I never had shotgun rounds. I got like 750 rounds of 5.56 NATO rounds or whatever. For my gun that I dropped in a lake. And I got a bunch of I've got a bunch of 380 auto and a bunch of 45 ACP, but I don't have any shotgun rounds. Leo Slayer of SJW says, Az and Gary said to tell you Kentaro Miura died. No, he did? Oh my God. Berserk's never going to get finished. Oh, this is the worst Tuesday on the planet. Let's see. Wolfgang Deo says, Nick, do you start at 0 seconds or 59 seconds? Okay, so here's the annoying thing about YouTube. I am actually sad that Kentaro Miura died. It's just like 7 million people told me over just every time. So it's like they came into the stream, they're like, oh, did you hear Kentaro Miura died? And I'm like, yes, 8 times so far this stream. I heard it. So yeah, so it was just funny. No, so here's the thing. So you hit go live on Streamlabs. All right. And then it sends a signal to YouTube, and then you have to wait for YouTube Studio to catch that signal. And then you can click go live on YouTube Studio. So when you click go live on YouTube Studio, it starts you at somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds after you go live. And so I wait until 10 seconds of live airtime have elapsed, and then I hit the intro, and then the show starts. But there's a delay, a significant delay, somewhere around 20 seconds between when I do something and when YouTube gets the signal. So I don't actually know at what time things start, but I added the 10-second delay because sometimes an ad runs for people at the very beginning, and I didn't want them to miss the very beginning of the show because an ad was running. I didn't know YouTube ran ads at the beginning of a live stream. That seems weird to me, but they do it apparently. And so once people told me that, I decided to hold off for 10 seconds so they'd have time to like close the ad or skip it or whatever. So that is that's how I start the show. That's the system I have now, and it's probably wrong, but it's where we are. Ryan says, would you rather accept sexual advances from John Roberts or listen to Jen Psaki for 50 hours talk in circles? Also, Boomer can't operate a basic microphone. Yeah. Okay, you little chuckle fuck. John Roberts, I'll take the sexual advances from him. John will learn very quickly that I'm a top, and that'll be a bad day for him, I think. Eric the Red, or maybe you'll like it. Eric the Red says, may the sacred counterfeit 20 of St. Floyd smite all of your enemies. I've looked at the picture of the alleged 20. I don't know if it was counterfeit or not. What do you call a group of lawyers skydiving, skeet shooting? I call it the unfortunate reality where we remember that parachutes were invented. Tina says, hey, Nick, is there any updates on the Vic case? Also, have you heard Kentaro Miura died? Kirby? Phantasmagorical says, hi, Nick. My kid's dad died on the 20th in a motorcycle accident. Would it be okay to ask you for the help of you in the chat with my GoFundMe to help them? May I DM the link to me to you on Twitter? Yes. You can DM the link to me. I don't know how much it'll help, but you certainly can. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I don't know. What's up with that? I assume you're the mom of the kid. Derek Bambenek says, some whiskey coin for you, my man. Don't let a few slips get you down. Chat, chill on the Vic stuff. I glimpsed a video earlier that Funny is being called too white. Lol. Oh, well, Funimation is definitely too white. Vic indirectly called out perjurer Faisal Ahmed on Twitch today. It was epic. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. May Faisal Ahmed rest in hell. When he dies peacefully, sometime far off in the future. Nixhex says, my ex's mom works in the LA garment district. She told me a plus-size clothing company just ordered over 100 shirts between XL and 8XL. For the 8XLs, the fabric wasn't long enough, so she had to cut it at a 45-degree angle. 8XL? 8XL. So, oh, by the way, you lovable assholes, I have gotten 2 vests in the mail now. Thank you. Thank you. And both of you, one of the vests I got was a 2X, which is huge on me. And the other one I got was an XL, which is also big on me. So thank you. Thank you for the vests. They're upstairs. They're not down here. They're not down here. Plus, we're nowhere near my Turbo Grift vest goal. So, yeah, if you want me to wear a vest like I'm some sort of DSP, listen, you're gonna have to donate more for me to do the show. I can't be out here doing this every day. If you're not gonna do the show, if you're not gonna donate to the show, I can't. I have to do something else. But no, I that's a joke, chat. I don't actually have a vest goal. Please do not donate so that I will wear a vest because I don't have one. If they were in this room with me, I just put it on, but I don't really feel like getting up. Sleepy Gaunt. Sleepy Gaunt says, going to take me a while to adjust to this new HD camera, boss. Feel like I'm watching a 3D film, an occasional bob and weave from the nose. Love the streams as always. Hope both you and the family are doing well. Yeah, I think, don't worry. I think you'll hate it plenty after long enough. I think you'll hate me plenty after, or hate the camera plenty after long enough. Don't worry about it. You'll acclimatize to hating it. And, yeah, that's that. Oh, speaking of which, I finally ordered a pen tablet display today, so I'm very pumped to get that. I think I get it on Thursday, so I can change. I've been changing and cleaning up my workflow setup here, and that's what I'm trying to do. And so hopefully on Thursday, that'll be a new piece of that workflow. Because I'm so tired of doing thumbnails with a mouse. It's awful. It's awful. I hate. I don't use my mouse a lot on the stream, so I don't have like a big area for it. Once I get my new desk, everything will be much nicer for that. But the way these current desks are set up, there's some logistical issues with the mouse. I won't get into them because they're really fucking boring. But what did I get again? I got the Wacom Cintiq 20 Pro, Cintiq Pro 24 Touch, which I think is nicer than my actual monitor. I have a Surface Pro 3, but it's like, okay, if you do a video, right, and you're sitting here, and you're sitting at your desk and you want to like do a thumbnail for the video or whatever, it's much easier to be on the same actual computer. I know it's overkill for thumbnails. I have other reasons to want it too. I'm also like working on photo editing, and the reason I picked the Wacom tablet over any of the others is because it comes calibrated, RGB calibrated, right? For Adobe or whatever, sRGB. I don't know what it is. Ruth Bader Ginsburg calibrated. It's color accurate out of the box. You don't have to fucking change anything. And as you guys routinely point out, I'm too stupid to change anything the appropriate way. Look, I know. So now I have to go, I have to get my own pre-calibrated tablet. So, because I will screw up, the other one. I'll screw up trying to calibrate it myself. When are you going to post your R34? So yeah, I've been editing like private photos lately and working with them, and I adjust the colors and stuff on my computer and my current monitor, and then I like will send them to family or whatever, and then I look at them on the phone and they look way different. Like they don't look they don't look as nice. The colors are not as vibrant. So I'm like, well, this is, or no, the colors are oversaturated on the phone and undersaturated on my screen. And yeah, it's not a screen that is made for that type of work. So anyway, private photos. They're just photos, like they're normal photos. They're just photos of my family. So I'm not, if you notice, there are not too many photos of my kids around on the internet because I don't tend to post them. Because Have you guys have you heard of this? There's a bunch of fucking awful people on from this thing called Law Twitter. They're really, really terrible, nasty, disgusting pedophiles. And they literally have been on a fucking manhunt for my children since I shit on them. So I don't post pictures of my kids publicly very often. They're out there. I'm sure like if people really like tried to, they could find some picture of my kids somewhere, but I don't make it easy. I don't post them. And it's really fucking sad that a bunch of fat, disgusting, middle-aged fucking pedophiles from Law Twitter who are so high on their own fucking farts want to desperately post pictures of my family for some reason. Like that's their gay kink that they dildo themselves to. I don't know. But yeah, for all the evil, someone mentioned Kiwi Farms, and not in a bad way, but for all the evil that Kiwi Farms is, like none of them have posted pictures of my children ever. They don't go looking for my kids. They don't do anything like that. And that just goes to show you that even the horrible, evil sons of bitches at Kiwi Farms, like they don't go after people's kids. Like they really don't. And I appreciate that. Again, I don't ask anybody to do any of this stuff. I'm public, right? So I know at some point, like I've resigned myself that at some point I'll be doxxed. I'm sure at some point, some pictures of my kids will make it online. That's the way the world works. But yeah, there are some people who have been, who actively go after my family because they found out that I don't fucking care about them. And so they try and hurt me by going after my family. But, that's them. That's their sad reality. And I don't know what to do about that. There's nothing you can do. And I'm not going to make a big deal out of it or whatever. It's part of the game. I chose to get online and be public about stuff, but it doesn't make them any less ridiculous. That being said, I guess now we need to talk about that story. This is the Aaron Malt Port Cask Finish. This is a fantastic bottle of scotch. Very, very good. The Sauternes Cask Finish was garbage. They're both the same price, about $95 where I am. With Minnesota taxes. The other one is worth about $25. This one is easily worth the price tag. It's very good. Very good. Tina says, I got you XL because order clothes online is iffy at best. No, and it's a vest, so it'll be fine. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Tina. I'll make sure and bring it tomorrow so I can put it on or whatever. Pastor Flash says, everyone has a price, Nikki. How much to get up and get the vest? Oh, even Flash has his price. Pastor Flash is the best meme to come out of Saturdays, for sure. Andrew War Snowboard says, I wear my old Walmart vest and show feet for free on Twitch at Indians Fan 2048. So you guys can check that out. Andrew War Snowboard wearing his Walmart vest and showing feet, apparently. Horrifying. I love it. Frederick Little says, hey, Nick, hope you and the family are well. Question for you. Is there any update with Ray suing you? Thank you, Frederick, for asking. My family and I are great. Very, very much appreciate the good wishes. There's no update with Ray suing me. I have tried several times to get a hold of his lawyer. I have never gotten a hold of his lawyer. I have left voicemails. I've sent email. I do not get any responses as far as that goes. I can tell you I did not pay Ray Gordon $50,000. I'm curious when the lawsuit will come. And every day I brace for the breaking of that dam and the flooding of my life with Ray Gordon, who is still bad at chess, and nobody on earth should ever hire him to be around their children, and certainly not to train their children in chess, because Ray Gordon is bad at chess. All right. Okay, let's do this way. I have to do this in 2 parts, which is annoying. Let's see. I've got to find the spots. Here we go. Do you guys know, I gotta be honest, I gotta come clean with this. Do you guys know I got a PPP loan? Do you know it? This is public info. You could find it, but did you know that I did? It's been something I've been trying to keep quiet. I'm pretty sure I talked about not being able to get a PPP loan last year and how fucking mad I was about it, but I got my PPP loan this year. Do you guys know I did that? This is this. Let's see. Okay, here we go. How do I do this? Let's see. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. Give me just a moment. Okay, here we go. Here is the start of it. Sorry, this is a weird way to cover this topic, but I don't know how else to do it. I'm not... Diamond Duck, you son of a... I'm not muted again. Phantasmagorical, yes. I will drop the link in chat if you send it to me. Absolutely. You see, did you? There it is. Here we go. And mods, if you could share this. This is Phantasmagorical's GoFundMe link. You know, guys, I can see when the actual lines are working on the audio, like I can see them jiggling. I know when I'm muted. Here's the link to that GoFundMe. Phantasmagorical. Here's the link. So if you guys want to check it out and support this this family in their time of grieving, you can certainly do that at your own leisure and recognizance. Okay, so if you don't understand, if you missed what a PPP loan is, the PPP loan is a loan program subsidized by the federal government, and if you are a small business owner or a independent contractor or gig worker, you can get a PPP loan for a percentage of your income over a bunch of different time periods. All right. Some of it was like your 2019 income, or it could have been a 2-week. If you're a new business, it could have been a 2-week period. And you could show your revenue that way. Or you could use your 2020 income if you did it in 2021. There's a whole bunch of different qualifications that you could use to access the PPP loan program. All right. If you used that PPP loan program for qualifying items, payroll being one of the items, rent being another, and there may have been some other categories like utilities or something like that. But if you use the PPP loan for any of those things, you can have the loan amount forgiven. So you don't ever pay it back. So Ty and I did a show on this back when the PPP loan started last year. And we said, if you're a sole proprietor, an independent contractor, a gig worker, however you are, you can go to the government, get a loan. It's a really low interest loan also, and then not pay it back. You can get it forgiven because if you just pay yourself, right? If you're a sole proprietor, an independent contractor, you're a 1099 worker, something like that, you pay yourself the money. That's payroll under the rules of the PPP loan program. And then it's forgiven. And then you don't pay anybody anything. You don't have to pay it back. You get it forgiven, and that's payroll. That was the actual purpose of the loan program, is to put money in the pockets of workers, small business owners, independent contractors, and then employers with a lot of employees. It was also there to encourage them to keep employees. Okay? So it sounds like free money because it literally was free money. And Ty and I did a very long show explaining this because it sounded too good to be true. It sounded too good to be true, but after much research, after clarifications from the program organizers and from the government, yes, it was meant to put money in the pockets of all of these people. Literally cash. All right? So, that was the program. So, if you want to know why I took a loan from the government that would be forgiven, it's because it was literally free money and it was going to be spent no matter what. I took it. Absolutely. I encouraged everybody to take it. I missed the first round because my bank took too long to process my application. Wells Fargo was a bunch who was at the time the only bank I had a business account with at the time, but they were too slow to process my application, so I missed the first year, but I was able to get it on the second year. Now, I encouraged, and several of you actually went out and got that loan for yourselves and said, hey, this worked. You're right. I went to my bank. I did the application. I got the money. I qualified for it. And very cool. Very cool. I'm able to do whatever. Right? So that's the thing. So unfortunately, I only got one. I would have taken two if I could have gotten the second round, but since I didn't get the first round, I couldn't do the second round. Thank you, Redacted. Heartfelt thank you. James Mirone says, bro, you're a libertarian. You should know there's nothing as free money. It's taxpayer money. Yes, it is taxpayer money. I'm getting to that. The PPP loan program was a portion of bills that were passed. Those bills were passed, the funds were appropriated, and the funds would be spent no matter if I took a PPP loan or not. My PPP loan was going to be spent whether I took it or didn't take it. So, of course, I'm going to take it. There was a limit on the amount of funds that existed, and those funds were appropriated by Congress and spent. There is nothing anyone could do to prevent those loans from getting that loan amount or the program amount from being spent. It was spent. So there's no like libertarian principle that would have stopped the PPP loan program. And while generally I think that government should not do handouts, I really do. In this case, I said the government shouldn't do handouts. However, if the government is going to shut down businesses, I guess they need to compensate people for the time that the government caused people to be shut down. I would have much preferred them to not shut down the economy. But hey, they did. They did. So I encouraged people to take the money. And I still would. And if they do another round, get the money. They spent it anyway. But here's the deal. Someone mentioned that's taxpayer dollars. You're right. And guess what? My PPP loan amount is smaller than the federal taxes I paid in 2020. And it's also smaller than the federal taxes I'm paying in 2021. So even getting the maximum amount of PPP loan money, I have still paid in more money each of the past 2 years than I will take out. So I regard it as literally my tax money. But you can regard it however you want. If you think it's hypocritical for me to take it, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you at all. That's fine. And one of my Discord members had posted some stuff on Kiwi Farms. People were very mad because he disagreed with me. I have no problem with his opinion. No problem with his opinion at all. People are certainly free to say that that's something I shouldn't do or whatever. I'll tell you what, if the government is going to spend 20 grand, whether I take it or not, and the option is literally, we're going to spend this $20,000. We can either give it to you or we can spend it somewhere else. I will take it to me all the time. Every single time. I pay an artist. I employ a home assistant. I don't know what else to call this person. A home assistant. I create jobs in the economy with this business that I do. And so I will take that money. Absolutely. And for the reference, I didn't claim either of them on my PPP loan. I just did it based off of my own personal stuff. Because I didn't want to figure that shit out. But yeah, so I have, I'm a person who creates jobs in the economy. I pay my taxes. And so, yeah, I'm going to take the money that the government thinks that they can spend better than me when they say, do you want to spend it or you want us to decide? Yeah, I'll decide. Thank you. I'll thank you. So that being said, I took the money. Now, this is a long way to go. No, Duck Dick, I do my thumbnails, but I have an artist to do other stuff. I do my shitty thumbnails. You think I would pay someone for my fucking bad thumbnails? That being said, I'm 100% open about this. If any guys, I have no desire to deceive anyone about anything. It doesn't behoove me to lie. It doesn't benefit me in any way. I don't gain anything. I don't make more money by lying about something. This is one of the weird things of the internet where people assume someone must be lying about something. I don't know why I would lie about anything. If you ask me, I'll tell you. Generally speaking, aside from like personal confidential stuff, but my super chat income is public. It's on Playboard. I'll tell you how much I make in ad revenue. I don't care. Like it doesn't, it's not something I'm able to hide, much less trying to. That being said, yeah, if you're in my Discord, when I do my taxes, I actually do them. This year I couldn't finish them live because I had to get them done, and I ran into a problem. But I do my taxes on the Discord, so you can actually hear me talk through. I'm very candid about all this stuff. I don't have anything to hide. My life isn't that interesting. I'm just an asshole who drinks and talks on YouTube. That's it. And I talk with people. Like there's no interest in me doing anything differently. So here we go. But says every person with something to hide. Yeah. I can't wait to find out what I have to hide. Because it's probably something I've forgotten. It'll probably be really fucking funny. So there we go. Here we go. This conversation was sent to me by someone. They were very concerned about things that I'm, is Tillip still your artist? Diamond Duck. Yes, but he doesn't do my thumbnails anymore. When my thumbnails stopped being artistic and started being trash, that was me doing them, because a whole bunch of reasons. But because it wasn't worth Tillip's time to do the thumbnails. I hate to say it that way, but I didn't cut his pay or anything like that. I just decided it was easier for me to do the thumbnails and not have to be like, hey man, I need this thumbnail like in the next hour. Can you do it? Because he has other commitments. He does other art for me and stuff like that. And I appreciate him very much. Okay, so someone sent this to me and they were very concerned because they wanted me to know what people are accusing me and Ty of Stooge Muffin stuff. I already knew who the catfish was. I already knew. So this is Bluish Vic Stan says Nick reads documents aloud. They're talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Believe it or not, some of these dumb motherfuckers in law Twitter think that Kyle Rittenhouse does not have a self-defense case here. Primarily, Beddick Martin, who is one of the dumbest people I've ever fucking encountered. And then Catherine Tewson just believes that Beddick Martin is right about Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, I mean, I am not alone. I am far from alone in thinking that Kyle Rittenhouse has a great self-defense case. You can have a cynical political take that Kyle Rittenhouse might not be able to, whatever, like the jury will be shit or something. A lot of people are kind of jaded about juries since Chauvin. That's fine. Kyle Rittenhouse is an absolutely phenomenal self-defense case. It's the kind of case you would want if your client was charged with murder. So these fucking abject morons think that Kyle does not, that he is literally a murderer. So that's where we have to start with this. So here we go. They're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Emotionally, most of you express the same disgust towards him because you assume he's guilty. When you see the evidence, you ignore it. So you seem to be susceptible to what you criticize me about. Troy Coverdale, this I have to do this in incognito mode because this giant fucking labia has me blocked. Absolutely pathetic. You just described yourself. How many times have you been shown materials from the court filings and argued those aren't a reason for you to change your mind? You believe Shouty Man on YouTube when the evidence has been presented to you umpteen times. No, I don't think people actually believe me about Vic. I really don't. I think people watch the depositions, read the documents and said, this guy didn't do this. I trust him. I don't trust the other people. I don't think they trust me. Like, and if you trust me on it, no, go trust the documents. Read the documents. That's why I made them all as public as I possibly could, because it's pretty fucking obvious. But that's my opinion. Nick reads documents aloud. We read the same information. Does he sometimes go into his own opinion? Of course, but it still provides the information for us to interpret ourselves. First of all, this bluish Vic Stan person, I don't know why after 2 years they're still talking to these people and trying to have a conversation in good faith. Fucking none of these people have had a good faith conversation that I've ever seen. Never. Catherine Tewson, I had her picked out from the moment it took two tweets, and I was like, oh, this person's fucking disingenuous. Pretty easy to spot it, because she uses a Socratic style of questioning to get people to walk into her position. It's really clever if you're in 8th or 9th grade to do it. I know all sorts of clever rhetorical techniques that worked in forums back when I was in high school as well. It's a clever technique, but cleverness doesn't actually beget reality. Cleverness just gets people to a gotcha. And a gotcha isn't real, because you can gotcha someone in an online debate all day, but you haven't changed their mind. You haven't shown them anything new, and they don't actually believe the gotcha. Like, that's just to make fun of them. Like, you accidentally agreed to something you don't believe. You cuck. Like, that's gotchas in online debates aren't real. That's why I don't like doing debates on streams, by the way, because no one, and it's why I'm leery of the Fuentes Barnes debate in general. I don't know if it's this way, but I don't like online debates because they always do this. It's like, whoa, yeah, gotcha. It's like, but my position is clearly the opposite. Just because you use rhetoric and a rhetorical device to get me to say this thing doesn't mean I believe this thing. I've not changed positions. So that's what Catherine Tewson does. So I had her from the beginning. I was like, oh, this person's a liar. Completely disingenuous. Completely fucking worthless to talk to. And that's when I was like, I actually said, you're pointless to talk to because I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing to people. It's not really cool. I only talk to people who have genuine conversations. James Huddleston, I'm not saying there were tricks in that debate. I said I'm leery of all online debates, including that one, because of the propensity for this to occur. All right? Like, I haven't watched the debate. I can't judge it, right? But one of the reasons I haven't watched it yet, and one of the reasons why I'm like, God, I don't know, is because I hate how online debates go. And it's when people ask me, like when Ralph asked me to debate red elephants about COVID a long time ago. By the way, I don't know if it's archived anywhere, but I would strongly recommend going back and watching that debate and seeing how that turned out. I didn't want to do the debate. Because of how online debates go. It's silly. They're silly. They're not real things. People should just go on and express their opinions and let their opinions stand on their own. Not try and noodle through them in like this dueling match of gotchas. They don't actually work. So anyway, back to this. Catherine says, but you don't interpret them yourself. You just swallow whatever he says, which is an assumption, an absolute ridiculous assumption. Blue says, I listened to and read Rittenhouse's charging document, not the lawyer who represents him, the person charging the kid. It's fairly straightforward and lays the groundwork for a self-defense case. That was Nick's opinion, but I read the same info and concluded the same thing. That's because it does. It does. Catherine says, it does lay the groundwork for a possible self-defense case. Laying the groundwork isn't the same as proof. Hey, Tewson, you fucking dummy. The state has to prove their case. Kyle doesn't have to prove his. The state has to prove that he's the murderer. That's the first step. There's a minor burden shift in self-defense to show by preponderance of the evidence, where they have to go beyond a reasonable doubt, but by preponderance of the evidence that he's in self-defense. If Wisconsin actually has that statute, I don't know that it does, but he doesn't have to actually prove his case. He just has to prevent them from proving theirs. Because I don't think Kyle's going to win this at a dismissal motion. So he's not going to have to show by preponderance. And I don't think Wisconsin has the stand your ground law that like Louisiana does or whatever, where if you show by preponderance of the evidence that you acted in self-defense, then your case is dismissed. I don't think Wisconsin has that. I don't think Kyle gets that option. But he doesn't have to prove it. I haven't spent enough time reading the case law. Oh, of course you haven't. Or sample jury instructions to know how these principles are actually applied in court. And you haven't either. This is also an assumption, by the way. He may have, but absolutely fucking bullshit. One, you don't need to read sample jury instructions or the case law to make a determination about whether or not Kyle has a good self-defense claim. You actually don't. You actually don't. The basic principles of self-defense are at play in this case. There's not anything special about Wisconsin law that would make the basic principles of self-defense show up. In fact, Wisconsin has stand your ground laws. I don't know if you guys have realized this, but Kyle didn't stand his ground. He ran. He fled from Rosenbaum, and when the next two motherfuckers attacked him, he was still running. He was not standing his ground. So there isn't a special element of Wisconsin law that would allow you to, that you would need to research to find out if Kyle acted in self-defense. He was under the standard common law self-defense use of deadly force case. Did Kyle Rittenhouse reasonably fear for his life? Objectively, yes. Absolutely reasonable that he feared for his life. So then the only other question that's left to answer is, did Kyle Rittenhouse subjectively fear for his life? We haven't seen anything to the contrary come out of his mouth. Not a single thing has come out of Kyle Rittenhouse's mouth that suggests that he didn't subjectively fear for his own life or serious bodily injury. He doesn't have a police interview that's been released that shows that he's like, no, I wasn't afraid. I had a gun. Like that fucking idiot Michael Drejka. That guy did that. So with all that, you don't need to read Wisconsin case law to make a basic determination that this kid has a good self-defense case. You don't have to do it. It's all basic common law principles. He's running away the entire time. And I am far from the only lawyer who took any look at this and said otherwise. Martin says, I wonder if anyone here has. Oh, he's looked at it. Guys, Beddick Martin has looked at it, and he has determined that Kyle's guilty of murder, by the way. Catherine, I bet someone has. And actually, Blue, here's a really good lesson. Martin here is pretty certain of the outcome, much more than I am. I like him and I trust him. I feel confident that his opinion is well-founded and well-informed, but I haven't adopted his conclusion as my own. Yeah, you have. You literally have. You're saying it. Fucking saying it. I'll echo this. You can't be a passive listener. I don't get into the law weeds nearly as deep as Catherine Tewson does. She can't get deep into anything. She doesn't fit into anything. But if Martin says Kyle's self-defense will fail because reasons, then I take his sources and walk through them myself and see if I come to the same conclusions. When I'm doing that, I'm actively trying to poke holes in his conclusion. Not because I think he's wrong, although maybe he is. He is. But it means I have to think about each piece and why it supports what he says it supports. Oh yeah, I forgot that part. You really have to test the hypothesis. Actively look for contradictory evidence. We're getting to this point about me, by the way. And that's why those who get their info from Nick get riddled with our various points. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what happens. They get riddled with it. They get riddled with the points because these fat fucking cowards blocked everybody because they were afraid and tired of getting ratioed into oblivion. They were getting ratioed on every single post. So what they did, because they're so smart and so brave, is they blocked everybody who disagreed with them. They ran block lists on people who follow me, for example. Absolute pussies. They got tired of getting BTFO'd all the time. So they blocked everyone. So then what they can do is now they can actually gang up on people because they have no dissent. This Troy Coverdale person blocked me. I'm pretty sure Tucson blocked a bunch of my followers a long time ago. Baby Snark, same thing. Bunch of fucking beta bitches who blocked everybody. So they're like, oh, now we don't have anyone to disagree with us. Now what we'll do is, and they tag people in all the time and they gang up on people. They like, this is why I don't think that this bluish person should sit and waste their time talking to them, because they literally bully people over and over and over again. A group of about 5 or 6 of them will come in and hammer on someone for days. I immediately mute the threads. The second I see them, I'm like, this is boring. I'm going to mute it. There's nothing new here for me. I don't want to get a notification every minute of the fucking day from these people because they can't not be on Twitter. They can't. They don't do anything except Twitter. And so it's fucking just notification spam. So the second that starts popping up and I see some of these fat fucking idiots on those notifications, mute the thread. Mute the thread immediately. Because there's no point in talking to them for me. Because no matter how many times I'm right, they don't accept it. And that's fine. Doesn't bother me. But I mute the thread. But I don't, this is why I don't, it bothers me that they do this, because I don't think people like this bluish Vic Stan person. I've never met them. I talked to them on Twitter once. I don't think that they deserve that shit from these people. But yeah, that's anything. Here we go. So here we go. They don't attempt to poke these holes. They just accept it because Nick said so. Look at how they view you guys. It's embarrassing. People make fun of me and call me out on shit all the time. When I make a mistake in a video, I get emails from people. I get emails from attorneys who say, hey, by the way, love your stuff. Think you had an error here. And I try and correct that. I try and correct that when I get them all the time. I get pushback from people in the chat. I get pushback from people in my Discord. I encourage the pushback. Now, I might argue my point. I might say, well, I didn't really say that, whatever it is, but I encourage people to push back. Anyway, they accept it because it confirms what they already want to believe, and they can't bear being wrong. I mean, I would love for Nick and Ty to face real consequences over this. Over what? Over what? Gummy, it depends on the bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, but probably not. Consequences over what? Gerard Garvin, I do post my errata. No, I do. Hell, the last big mistake I made, I deleted the old video, which was doing well, and I updated it. And that second video did not do as well. Not anywhere close. But no, I like when people clarify things that I get wrong, because then I can give the right info. And I learn. But do you post your literary erotica? Time to start writing lawyer erotica. And he said, oh, baby, I'm going to disposition you in my deposition. So anyway, But the reality is they'll likely skate. I wouldn't trust anybody who says otherwise. Skate? Skate what? There are no consequences that Ty or I are facing. Like, there's no consequence to face to skate. I don't have to skate a consequence. There isn't anything happening. Martin says, I'm interested in their PPP loans now. Ooh, here it is. Catherine, did BH take PPP money? I thought they laid a bunch of people off at the beginning of the pandemic. Actually, they were able to keep most of the people because of the PPP loan. Shocker. But they have all the facts, right? Wait, did Nick take PPP money? Oh no, it's a Belushi. It's a rare Belushi. I mean, I'm not above a bit of petty spite. I mean, citizen journalism. Let's see what happens. Happens here. Happens. Did you look at that? Also, I don't believe BHBH ever employed 120 people. So here's Ty Beard's PPP loan for Beard, Harris, Bullock, and Hughes. They got a total amount of $176,237. Okay. To the business. Payroll, 150 grand, rent, 28 grand. Now here's what they're focusing on. This jobs reported. Let's do two things here. Let's do two things. It's important to know that the public PPP database is riddled with errors. It's riddled with errors. All right. Jobs reported 120. I don't know. I don't, shockingly, I didn't say, hey, Ty, can you send me your PPP documents? But it says 120 jobs reported. I would actually be shocked if they reported 120 jobs. I don't know what criteria they're using for jobs. I don't. But I would suspect it's actually probably like 12 and was misreported. And if you just type in like PPP database errors, there's been news stories on this for a fucking year because that's it. But when you do the math on the loan amounts, and it might be interesting to just use mine as a reference. We'll do this. Let's see. What else is on here? Oh, we done found out. Here we go. Oh my God, has Greg Doucette seen this? Oh my God. They gotta tag people in. They gotta tag people in. PPP fuckery. These people don't even know that the reported data on the databases isn't what's relevant. What's relevant is if you actually reported the accurate amounts to the government. But that being said, this loan amount does not match up with 120 employees. That's the thing that they're not fucking putting together. That the loan amount doesn't match up with 120 employees. 120 employees at a law firm. You're talking about 10 to 20,000 per employee at a law firm. So if you've got 120 employees, what's times 10,000? That's what, 1.2 million? I'm bad at math. 120 times 10,000. Yeah, 1.2 million. It's literally 10 times the amount they got for like a normal law firm. So they're not looking at the actual loan amount. They're fucking functionally retarded. I don't know how else to put it. I hate to use the R slur, but they're literally goddamn retarded. And I can't do basic math. So here we go. I've referred to it as Beard and Harris from now on. What? Holy fuck! Maybe it's the brain cell count. That's an average cost of $1,200 per year per employee. Seems not suspicious. Yeah, correct. This person is right. Not suspicious at all. I don't think BHB has a total of 120 employees combined in its whole history. Again, I don't know how they reported it. I have no idea. I'm suspecting they reported 12 employees. If I had to guess, that's what I would do. But at least Nick was honest. So here you go. Here's mine. One job reported business type is self-employed individual. One job reported makes a lot of fucking sense. 20,832. That's the maximum amount you could get for a self-reporting individual. That's it. So just so you know, this is the literal maximum limit. So if Beard was grifting the system, let's do it. Calculator, 120 times 2832. His loan amount would have been just shy of $2.5 million. That would be the exploitative version. So what you do in these situations, especially when you have a database with dozens of news stories out there about the inaccuracy of the database, you go, okay, Occam's razor says, let's go to that, back to that amount. Occam's razor says we take 176,237 divided by 12, and we get an average amount of $14,686, which comes out to an average salary somewhere around $70,000 to $80,000 between those 12 jobs. Now, do you think 12 jobs at a law firm averages out to $70,000 to $80,000 a job? Because to me, that seems about accurate. Excalibur. No. Let me explain how this works. So the amount you could draw on the loan was a percentage of your total income, and that income was capped at $100,000. No matter what you made, the income was capped at $100,000. All right. So that's why the maximum loan amount is $20,832. So if we do the calculator, we go 20,832 divided by 100, 123, is 20.832%, right? Like that's the maximum amount you're allowed to grab. That's the maximum amount you're able to get. So you have to have. So for me, I made well over $100,000 last year. This is all public. It's pretty obvious. And I don't have anything to hide about it. So I got the maximum amount. So that's why when you look at ties and you say, if I use Occam's razor here, I think probably the administrative staff is not getting $100,000 a year, right? Like that seems obvious. Paralegals, maybe not $100,000 a year, whatever it is. The lawyers, the IT guy, probably over probably well in excess of $100,000 a year. So when I average out 12 jobs and I get about 70 to 80 a year, well, then that doesn't seem that ridiculous at all. Tebe Cosplay says, so now that I have an Etsy store, do I qualify for this loan too? loan lull, you would, except the program is expired. Yes. Okay, it's 2.5 months worth of salary. Yeah, so there you go. Two and a half months worth of salary. So that when you look at this, you go, okay, a law office, 12 employees. And by the way, Beard & Harris has 5 current listed attorneys in their law office, right, on their website. But they also have not listed an immigration office with an immigration attorney. They have another attorney who contracts with them who is not a listed attorney. And the immigration person also has staff as well. So we're talking about like, plus they had 2 lawyers leave, but those lawyers left, and they left after one of the qualification periods, I believe. So both of those lawyers could have been included on the PPP loan as well. Again, if you just use the basic Occam's razor, you come to a pretty fucking reasonable expectation that this falls at 12 employees, not 120. And Occam's razor would suggest that it's much more likely that there was 12 entered and maybe a 0 transposed somewhere than 120 entered with everybody coming with a 2.5 month salary average of $1,200. Yeah, Jim Bullock and Brian Hughes both went to different things. Tortious inquiry. But anyway, look at them. Look at them all DSPing into their own mouths. Oh, God. They think they found something. They're so fucking stupid. They can't. They literally can't figure it out. From the Fog says, when the loan is forgiven, are you taxed at a very high amount? Federally, you're not taxed on forgiveness on PPP loans. It's up to the states. Guess what? My state, Minnesota, taxes PPP loans as income. So yes, I will pay Minnesota state income tax on the PPP loan next year. Thank you. Thank you, Minnesota, for that. Thank you. Motherfuckers. I get, like, in addition to the Fed taxes I pay something like somewhere between 9 and 10% on fucking Minnesota taxes as well. God, I hate them. So here we go. At least Nick was honest. Of course I was honest. It's a government form. What the fuck? Do you think we're lying to the government about something? Like what? What on earth? What do they think we do? What do they think we do? Ty Beard represents people who make 9 to 10 figures a year. Like, Ty represents oil companies, manufacturing companies. He has to fight people like fucking ICE all the time because it's manufacturing warehouses in Texas, right? So you got to make sure no machetes are in there. Like, yes, you know what we're going to go do? We're going to lie to the fucking federal government. That makes sense. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. You're right. You got us. You got us. Oh, God damn it. Shit. If only we would have thought about it. Here we go. Hello, government. I would like the monies for me as a treat. Yes. Yes, the government demanded it. I can't slam this. I mean, at least he didn't commit any fraud in the process. He's using the program as designed. It's intimidated. And yeah, thank you, Rich Savoy. This guy has room temperature takes all day, but at least thank you. Thank you for recognizing that, yeah. Obviously, I didn't lie to the government. March of this year. Well, no shame in that. If COVID infected his, Remember when Vic was bashing people who utilize government programs? Did Nick laugh, cry? I don't care what Vic says, honestly. That's what I said. Hopefully Vic calls Nick out for taking a handout. Good. Call me out for it, Vic. Do it. I encourage Vic Mignogna to call me out for taking a handout. Absolutely. I hope Vic got a PPP loan. I don't know if he did. I didn't talk to him about it. Not his lawyer. Really hope he did, though. Hope Vic got his 20 grand in PPP loan money. He should have. That would be something, lol. What else do we have? How is it hypocritical to take PPP money? Any business that can should take the money is essentially free, and not doing so puts you at a disadvantage. Also, versely, anyone can get the PPP without having to lie. I've done it for a few people. Does he feel the same way about people who claim unemployment benefits rather than going to work for minimum wage? Yes! Yes! I've said over and over, why the fuck would you work if the government will pay you more to stay at home? Yes! 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 A million times yes! By the way, unemployment taxes are paid by me and by fucking employers all over the place. Why wouldn't you take unemployment? Why the fuck wouldn't you take it? Jesus. I broke the mic. I broke the fucking mic. What? All these people looking for a contradiction. What? Why on earth? Look, I don't think the government should have given out massive unemployment extra money because it encouraged people to not work, and states are having trouble getting workers, so they're cutting off that program. I'm not faulting the people for taking the money. Look, if you work at Subway and the government will pay you 25% more to stay home and jerk off playing Battlefield, stay home and jerk off, my man. 1,000,000,000%. Why on earth? Like, why would you not do that? What the fuck are these people talking about? This is how wrong they have me. It's embarrassing. This is why I can't even. It's why I mute these conversations. It's why I mute them. They're so stupid. They're so fucking dumb. They don't, like, why would you? Hello, sir. You can go hate your life at McDonald's, or I've got an alternative for you. Stay home and jerk off to porn, and we're going to pay you more. What are you going to do? Oh, you know what? I'm going to go to McDonald's and hate my life and shove my face in the fucking chicken McNugget oil. I don't know. I don't know. Look, these are these people. None of them have ever watched a single show. Never. They've made $1 million billion judgments about me. They've never watched or listened to a single show. A single one. They have decided that I've commit wire fraud, I've commit tax fraud, I've commit PPP loan fraud. They've decided that I have lied to Vic, that I encouraged Vic to do a lawsuit, that I've harassed people, that I've stalked people, that I've doxed people. They have concluded that my kids are fake, my wife is fake, my business failed, my marriage is in shambles, that I'm an alcoholic. They've concluded everything. They have never once watched a single show. They think that Vic hates me. They think that I abuse my wife and children, by the way. They have accused me. All of these people, everyone in this thread, every single fucking faggot from Rich Savoyra to Martin fucking faggot Beddick to Catherine Tucson, the fat lesbian, to Ron, I like watching Monica fuck other men and women, Toye. All of them have accused me of federal crimes, of abusing my spouse, of abusing my children. All of them have accused me of this. Not fucking one of them has watched a single goddamn minute of my show. All of them have accused me of fucking crimes against my family, against the government, against my community. All of them. Not once have they spent a single fucking minute actually looking into anything other than their own fucking vaginas as they lick themselves off. None of these people have a shred of credibility. None of these people have a shred of integrity. All of them can fucking die for all I care. Fuck every one of them. Every single one of them. Fuck them. You know, 2 years ago, year and a half ago, I was in Dallas. I saw Ron Toye. I went out of sight specifically to avoid a confrontation. I had a plane to catch. I didn't want anything to mess with my plane to get back to my family. These fucking people. These fucking people. I hope I never have to find out what would happen. Literally, I do. The amazing thing of all of this, you know, the only person who I know has actually abused anyone is Ron. All of these fucking fairies are out there defending someone with a documented history of spouse abuse. A documented history of spouse abuse. You'll never find me with a documented history of spouse abuse or child abuse. You know why? Don't abuse my spouse. Don't abuse my kids. The most important thing in the fucking world. And the fact that these people accuse me of this shit is disgusting. The only things I've ever reported about any of these people, I can verify with a text message, with a court document, with something. When Monica Rial had Todd Haberkorn thrown off a panel, I literally have Monica Rial's text message. I have it. I have the text message proving it. I have her message proving she asked the panel to remove Todd Haberkorn. Remember that? Ron Toye gave me 48 hours to remove my video or retract my statement, or they were definitely going to sue me. You know why they didn't? They figured it out. Oh, fuck. He has the text message. I have the text message. Every single fucking thing I've said about these people, I can back up. Everything they've said about me, they can't back up anything from it. You know why? Because I am the most boring Midwestern lawyer you've ever met. I'm a guy who wakes up. This is my day. I wake up. I check YouTube. I check my messages. I check the news. I figure out what topic I'm going to talk about today. I go record 3 videos. I go upstairs, eat some food, and then I start figuring out what I'm going to talk about that night. I make dinner for my wife and kids, and then I sit down, hopefully, during dinner and after dinner, spend some time with my wife, and we watch TV or do whatever else we're going to do. And maybe on some days I'll get a run in. Maybe on some days I have to drive my kids somewhere. But that's the basic outline of my day. I'm the most boring person you've ever met. And I love being boring. I love it. I love it. I don't like run around engaging in crazy political stuff. I don't demonstrate. Like, demonstrations are fucking boring. I don't go out and do like I'm not trying to run for office or get involved in some big lawsuit. I get, like, believe me, I get propositions to represent people, and I say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm probably not the guy to do it because I'm working on my show. I can't meet those obligations for you. I don't want to sell people a lie ever. And I could, by the way, I could make a bunch of money doing all the referrals that come in. Except I couldn't do the show. I can't do the show if I'm doing a bunch of cases. And I prefer to do the show rather than cases. Maybe that's the wrong answer. I don't know. But Jesus Christ. Can I represent you in a DMCA claim? What, you don't want to give your personal information? Yeah, email me. But these people are, you know, I don't try and ruin anybody's life. Like, I don't try and go after anybody's employment. I've never once emailed a single person on here's employer. Never tried to do anything like that. I don't think I've ever complained to anybody's boss, ever. Even if someone treats me like shit, I'm like, oh my God, that person probably had a bad day. That person probably had a bad day. That's it. What am I going to do? Get somebody fired for what? What, they got my order wrong? They got my order wrong? I don't get. Who cares? Oh my God. I just, like, sometimes I'll be like, hey, my order was wrong. Can we fix that? That's it. That's it. I probably said something wrong. What am I going to do? Yell at some jackass making $10 an hour? No. Who are these people? Who are they that they're like this? Your sandwich. Yes, my sandwich. I did not even complain about my sandwich to the person. He didn't try to ruin my sandwich. He just fucked up. Probably busy. He was probably thinking about, like, he was probably listening to Slipknot in his head or something, like I would. I don't get it. I don't get these people. I don't understand this mentality. Let's see what else they said. I don't know, since I don't follow him. I've been fairly kick-fixed since the start of this entire PS. Do you have direct evidence of him saying that people should never partake in programs like unemployment? Frankly, I've always seen him as an opportunist who promoted being one also. Never? Nah. He's been pretty down on it lately, though. No, I have not. What are you talking about? What the fuck? When have I been down on unemployment ever? Whenever have I said that the unemployed person should not take advantage of it? I did a video about states cutting the unemployment because they couldn't fill the jobs. That's not the person. That's the jobs. Weird. Your tweet was marked as offensive for some reason, so I didn't get a notification. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know if being down on something would necessarily make you a hypocrite. Just my opinion. I'm not even down on it. What is this? She literally just made it fucking up. Yeah, I'm quality filtered at the moment. Seems to happen when I take positions that a certain salty group of anime fans find noise. Oh, yeah. Catherine Tewson is out here taking the dangerous positions. And sure, you don't have to agree with me. It's not a big deal. Just funny, like Ayn Rand taking Social Security. I can see the irony, lol. Anyway, thanks for humor. Thanks, Got, humoring my posts. Have a good night. Ayn Rand took Social Security. Do you know why Ayn Rand took Social Security? Do you know why Ayn Rand took Social Security? Because she paid Social Security taxes her whole life. You should take Social Security. Why wouldn't you? You take the fucking money. You paid for it. Do you know how much I pay? I have to pay both sides of the Social Security tax. 15%. Trump cut it. That expired, I believe. So I think it's next year I have to pay 15%. Off the top. Right off the top. Up to 180 grand or something like that. You definitely take... The government says, I'm going to invest this for you. You can't invest it. That's what the government says. Take the money. They did a shitty job investing it, but at least it's there. Not hypocrisy unless you say people shouldn't take it and then you take it. Ayn Rand never said people shouldn't take on Social Security. She said the government shouldn't do Social Security at all. That doesn't mean that people shouldn't take it. If they do it, what is the hypocrisy? You can't stop them from doing the Social Security. So you should take it because they took your money to fund it. Same thing with the PPP loan. They took my money. They took my money to fund the PPP loan. I'm a net taxpayer by a fucking long shot. Last year, my taxes to the feds were $30,000. I wrote a check to the federal government for over 30, some small amount over. I don't know what the exact amount was. For over $30,000. I paid Minnesota an additional $10,000. I paid $40,000 in taxes last year. Now, to be clear, I don't do withholding, right? All of my money comes in, straight money. So the difference is I don't have a workplace withholding money for me all year or anything like that. So I paid $40,000 in taxes last year. This year, I'm paying, I had some good expenses, by the way. I'm paying around $30,000. It might be more, it might be less. I filed an extension. I paid some of it. I've got to finish the rest of it. I've got to make sure my business expenses are right. But this year I'll pay over $30,000 in taxes, probably. So over the last 2 years, I have paid to the federal government $70,000. I don't know what the federal government did for me that costs, federal and state government. I don't know what they did for me that cost $70,000. I know that some of that money literally went to pay for Neon Neck Chauvin, giving Floyd the asphyxiation treatment. I know that. I know it paid for cops to pull over people. I know it paid for I know it paid for this chick to shoot Dante Wright. I know it paid for a school my kids don't use. My kids don't go to the school district. We homeschool. I have to buy out of pocket all of my curriculum. I have to pay for my kids' enrichment classes. The only benefit my kids get is if they want to do sports. Except my one kid did sports through a private school, so I had to pay for that too. I know that I pay for a school that I don't use. I know that I pay for a police force that I don't use. I know that I pay for a fire department that I don't use. I know that I pay for ambulance services that I don't use. And I paid 1.5 times the median income in my area over the past 2 years for that. That's what I paid for. I don't know how the federal government facilitates super chats. I don't know how the federal government facilitates YouTube. I don't know what I paid for, but that's the game. You pay the taxes. What did Catherine Tewson pay in taxes? Bet she got a fucking refund. Single mom. Single fucking mom. Going to paralegal school. Working for a Akiva Cohen's firm at paralegal school as an intern. Fuck me. I'm sure she paid in, right? What did you do? Fat ass fucking baby factory. People are trying to lecture me on what I should do with government money. Jesus Christ. And I really don't mean to bring up the taxes as a flex. I really don't. I hate paying taxes. But you guys can go on Playboard and see my super chat income. You can, if you ask me, I'll tell you my ad revenue income. I always want it to be higher. I want everybody's income to be higher. I want everybody to make more money. Of course. Of course, that's how capitalism works. I really don't mean it as a flex. I spent a lot of my life not making much at all. I've been broke for a very long time. I worked jobs that paid me, $9 an hour, $12 an hour, minimum wage, which was at the time was $6.15. I made jobs that paid me, like $15 an hour. That was cool, man. That was awesome. And then I spent a lot of time unemployed. And then I went to law school. I was unemployed through law school. It comes in cycles. I'll probably be unemployed again. Someday YouTube is going to cancel this. Someday they're going to have to. It's income is not like reflective of success. It's really not. Income goes in phases. There are phases in people's life where they make a lot of money. There are phases in people's lives where they don't make a lot of money. I'm in a good phase right now. It's great. I hope to carry it on forever. I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to grift as hard as I fucking can. Hope you guys do too. Make more money. Whatever you can do. But income isn't a flex. Like I'm not saying you're not working for it. People work for their income. Absolutely. People earn their incomes. Absolutely. But just because you have a lower income doesn't mean you're not working hard and not earning it. It's a product of your hard work plus circumstance. I'm in a good circumstance right now. Hope you will be too. Okay, speaking of income, we've got some super chats. I'm not done with this topic, by the way. We've got more to cover. We've got more to cover outside of law Twitter. Robert Hubert says, why did the sperm cross the road? I put it on the wrong sock. Disgusting. Thank you. John Horn says, hey, Mr. Ricada, have you ever read the details on Mike Tyson's trial? Just based on the details I've been able to find, I'm convinced that he was innocent and that Vince Fuller fumbled his case royally. Mike Tyson, you don't need the trial details. You look at Mike Tyson and you look at the woman who said that Mike Tyson beat her, and you go, if Mike Tyson hit that woman, she would die. Robin Givens, I think her name is. She'd fucking die. Men would die being hit by Mike Tyson. I don't believe it. I don't believe she's being beat. That's it. Red Mage 13 says, I took advantage of both the EIDL and PPP loans for my business since we didn't have cons in 2020. It's been very helpful, and they were easy to apply for. Yes, good. Do it. Joral Navarro says, creature like 2 Tons, Emmett, and fake lawyer Martin Beddick that argue using semantics are always intellectually disingenuous and have no shame when displaying it. It's disgusting seeing their smug, self-filleting tweets. I recommend ignoring them. Snuggle Struggle says, stop, Nick. You need to think as 2 Ton. You're overthinking the situation entirely. To her, 1,200 smackers is a good year, Lemmafoul. These people, I swear, law. Yeah. Ace of Spades says, ask Kermit, nah, Nick, tell us how you really feel. Feelings are important to you. They're important to me, too. I have feelings for you. Random Blaze says, yes, let the hate flow through you. Let it burst out of you and flow around you. Those idiots deserve every bit of it. They're just jealous that you have work and a business while they sit in the basement. Mr. Bentham says, preach, Nick. Use those gamer words. Woo! Look. Sometimes you got to use a gamer word or two. Sometimes you got to do it. I miss gamer words. Why can't we use them? Episodes EPS 156 sent a huge chat with just a laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Thank you. EPS 156. I really appreciate it. And Snuggle Struggle sent another huge chat. Says, I too must rock a smile. Lol. Love the show, Nikki. Keep grifting me, please. It's wonderful. By the way, have you read the supposed Powerpuff Girls script? Talking about the epitome of privilege and entitlement. These horrid writers playing victim is getting tiresome. No, I've not heard of the Powerpuff Girls script. I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, fuck. All right, we're trying to get the next section up. So this is the opposite of law Twitter that we're on to, and I find it. Some of these people are being ironic, and others are not. So we'll take a peek at it though. James Huddleston, I did not miss your chat about Georgetown Law. I read the $20 chats first, but I'll read yours since you mentioned it. Since you're here. He says, I deferred my admission to Georgetown Law because they are making the jab mandatory. Thoughts on representation and possible class action. You're helpful 2 years ago about my course of study. Thanks. Oh, I'm glad I was helpful 2 years ago. Possible class action. I don't know what class action you're going to run against the jab, the poke, the COVID poke. I don't know what you're going to do against that in a class action lawsuit. That being said, not me. I don't do class actions. Check with Harmeet Dillon Law Group. Ron Coleman is also a lawyer there. They're the type of people who go after big companies. big corporations, and they take it public. That's who I would hire. All right. Sorry, I got these. I got peanut butter M&Ms, which are delicious, and I'm a little hungry. My bad. I did drop it. I also got it and I ate it. Angry Baneling, Harmeet Dillon is definitely competent. So is Ron Coleman. All right. So here we go. This is the other side of the internet. This is what happens when you parody DSP too much. It starts with the voice. Then you're putting on a vest for the lulz. And the next thing you know, you're taking out $20,000 loans to pay yourself to do your show. Yes. Yes. You take not a $20,000. I mean, it's $20,000 Gibbs. It's $20,000 Gibbs. Absolutely. Remember when we all had a good laugh at DSP claiming $5,000 a month in business expenses? I haven't claimed any business expenses for my PPP loan. This is what I'm talking about, by the way. Look, I love Kiwi farms, but some of the Kiwi farmers are literal fucking morons. You don't have to claim business expenses in your PPP loan. Don't have to do it. My expenses are absolutely not $5,000 a month. Many months I don't have expenses. This month, my expenses are, let's see, $2,400 because I bought a new tablet just today. A drawing tablet. That's my business expense for the month. Oh, and I got the Faith and Fire 2-part Sisters of Battle set of books, which I'll be doing a review on my media channel in the very near future. So, yeah, so that's an extra $85, I think. Business expenses. I don't claim my internet as a business expense because my family uses it, so I can't. Maybe I should get a designated Starlink line to try for a backup. Then I could claim that as business expense. But yeah, most months, my business expenses are zero. It's literally when I spend money on my business, particularly, that I have expenses. So yeah, that's why I laughed at DSP claiming $5,000 a month in business expenses. DSP streams from a webcam on a PlayStation. What is the business expense? What is it? That's why I laughed at the $5,000 a month in business expenses. Yes, I still question it. As someone who streams professionally, you fucking retard, I'm curious how he justifies $5,000 a month in business expenses with a shitty webcam, a PS5 that someone gifted to him, and a couch that he masturbates on. Where is the $5,000 a month? Who does he hire? Does he have an artist? Does he have anybody else? I don't even claim my artist as expenses every month. What the fuck are his business expenses? Please enlighten me. I know what mine are. I make more money than Phil. I stream more often than Phil. I have better equipment than Phil. And my expenses come nowhere close to $5,000 a month. What the fuck is it? What is it? What is it? Enlighten me, you abject fucking moron. You ingrate. You fucking idiot. What is the $5,000 a month expense? Please tell the fucking chat so we can know why I should not laugh at DSP's $5,000 a month expenses when my expenses over the course of a year average out to something like $1,000 a month? What is it? What did he do that merits it? Why shouldn't I laugh at it? Please put DSP's cock all the way down into your fucking esophagus and have it come out your vagina. And please explain to me, you're so fucking smart, why I shouldn't laugh at DSP lying about $5,000 a month in expenses. You're the fucking expert. Please tell me, the literal professional streamer who makes a shit ton of money doing this. Please tell me what it is. I'll wait. Also tell me how that's inconsistent with my not $5,000 a month in expenses. Oh, okay. You got no fucking answer because you're literally an idiot. You have no fucking idea, do you? Nick, you never make fun of DSP. When will they learn? Also, lol, payroll. Yes, payroll on the PPP is me paying me for sole proprietors and for independent contractors who are 1099'd. I get something like 5 different 1099s. Yes, that's payroll under the definition of the PPP loan. Try reading it. Remember when we all had a good laugh at DSP claiming $5,000 a month in business expenses? Yes. I don't claim $5,000 a month in business expenses. I don't pay $5,000 a month in business expenses. Neither does DSP. He lied to the court. He got away with it. Good job, I guess. But he lied to the court. Naruto Martin, no, I don't claim booze. I don't keep track of it. But even if I did, you're talking a couple $100 a month in business expenses. Sword and Scale has spent $15K a month in business expenses. Yeah, your operation is way different than mine. And certainly different than DSP's. It's literally just him streaming from a shit webcam on a PS5. My new camera I bought last month. Guess what? My new camera, still not $5,000 in business expenses, even for that month. Close, but not quite. All right, here we go. It must be the world's most expensive printing ink for lawyering paper. The only way to explain how self-employed lawman needs so much cash to run a business isn't based on business expenses, you fucking dummies. It's based on income. It's based on actual income, not expenses. Expenses are irrelevant. You don't even have to show adjusted income for the PPP loan. It's literally post your 1099s. You don't even put expenses on the application. What are you talking about? Try fucking reading anything. Look at this. The quartering pulled the same shit and we constantly shit on him for it. Why? Why are you shitting on the quartering for taking a PPP loan? Quartering definitely qualifies for his PPP loan. Quartering makes more money than me by a long shot. Quartering probably makes over $500,000 a year. And we know the quartering paid out for people running the fucking gaming website. Who knows who else he pays for? Look. You don't have 1 million subscribers and not have expenses. You can tell. This is the amazing thing about Kiwi Farms, by the way. For every good, smart person on Kiwi Farms, there's an accompanying government-issued retard who follows them around with shit takes. Like this is the hard part of Kiwi Farms to understand, is that none of these people run the businesses they're talking about. Like we'll get to it in a minute. There's a guy who thinks my channel is dying. My income month over month, my lowest month this year is higher than my biggest month last year, but my channel's dying. Okay, I guess. I don't know. These people, they literally do not run the things they talk about. They don't, and that's fine. You can have opinions, but they're stating as fact things that they don't understand. They don't understand how to run a business. They don't understand how to run a social media based business. And a lot of people don't. It's fine. When I tell, look, I have friends who are insurance agents. I have friends who are chiropractors. I have friends who own stores. I'm a lawyer in a community. I have a bunch of business owner friends, okay, of all different stripes. None of them understand how my business works. Not a single one of them. It's okay not to. But to state as fact that you know how something works when you're wrong on everything is just embarrassing. It's really, really embarrassing. So here we go. The quartering, he made a shit. The quartering makes so much. I've seen so many people say, oh, the quartering's broke or whatever. If Jeremy is not making $500,000, I'll get a fucking COVID vaccine. If he's not making $500,000 a year, I'll get a COVID vaccine. There you go. There you go. The man has millions of views a month. He's making $500,000. Take it from someone who knows how ad revenue works, because I experience it fucking directly. Only difference is Rackets actually does have his own business that isn't YouTube, and I feel the loan is definitely applicable for him. At least you got that part right. Old Quarterton's job is pissing in the basement as not disturb his wife when she brings home pizza. No, he has another company. He has his company separate from YouTube. Oh, people who are It's the same shit they pulled on Dick. They didn't understand. Like, quartering, shockingly, people who are good at YouTube are bringing a set of skills to YouTube. You know why? You know why it works? Because you have a translatable set of skills. The quartering has another company that does a bunch of fucking shit that you have no idea about, because it's just his job. But that being said, even if his only job is YouTube, he qualifies for the PPP loan through YouTube because it's in the government qualifications for the loan. Like, this is the thing. People who come to YouTube come with a particular set of skills. Right? Like fucking, what's his face? Like the guy from Taken. Those skills translate. Mine is yelling at people. That's my skill that I bring to YouTube. I yell at people in court. I yell at people in a classroom. I yell at people in, on internets. I yell at people in person. I've yelled at people my whole life. And I'm good at it. So, I brought it to YouTube. I just yell at people. There we go. And I'm learning the rest of it on the way. Quartering at a marketing company. I don't know if he still does. Doesn't matter. He at least had a marketing company. There's someone who gets to 1 million subscribers is not an incompetent moron. You may not like them. That's fine. You don't get 1 million people to click on a button without something happening. It may not apply to you, and that's great. It doesn't have to. I would never in my life watch an H3 video willingly. Never. Holy fuck. I watched 5 seconds of one the other day. I wanted to die. I still do. I'm going through withdrawal symptoms from not having seen H3. I'm in recovery. But 4 million other people subscribe to that bullshit. You can't look at it as you. You don't have to like the quartering. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like anybody. But saying that the quartering is like dumb or stupid or bad, like the man's got 1 million subscribers. He gets like 1 million views a day. 1 million views a day is something like $5,000 a day. Conservatively. What do you make? I go back to Dick. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? Do you make $5,000 a day? And if you do, great, good, make more. But Jesus Christ, you're shitting on people who make annual salaries a month. It's insane. It's insane. I'm not saying you have to like these people or watch their content. But I'm not going to say Legal Eagle isn't fucking smart. I think his legal takes are boring. I think he's a piece of shit. And I think he does a bunch of bullshit to match in with the YouTube algorithm. But my man has figured out the algorithm. Holy fuck. I wish I could do it the way he does. Get on that grift game. Every Legal Eagle video is making... Guys, if Legal Eagle is making $10,000 a video, I don't know what he's doing. Oh my God. Anyway, back to this. You know, leftists for. Oh, so this is Carl Smallwang thinks this is weird. I got to give you some backstory. Carl Smallwang thinks that which is obviously making fun of Sargon, thinks that I am going through and deleting negative comments about Derek Chauvin from my comment sections. I will tell you, I'll look into the camera for this. I have never in my life deleted a comment from YouTube. Now, YouTube has filtered out some comments. I turned all of those filters off. It's at the absolute minimum. I don't even know what they filter anymore. I have never in my life deleted a comment from YouTube, nor would I. Interaction is good, even if it's negative. Dislikes are fine. Dislikes don't matter. But comments are all beneficial. I beg people to comment at the end of every video like a moron. Feeding into YouTube's algorithm. Comments help engagement. I would never, ever delete one. Ever. Ever, ever. And I don't like Derek Chauvin. So why would I delete those comments? But anyway. That is a lie. You deleted a comment last night in chat. No, comments are not live chat things. And I didn't delete the comment in chat. I timed out the guy for spamming, which is the only thing. But that's completely different. I'm talking about a different thing in general. But that being said, you know how leftist forums tend to get overtaken by tanky power mods? Maybe you're just observing the right-wing equivalent of that with Nick's mods. I don't think my moderators can actually delete comments. I don't know that that's a thing they can do. They moderate the chat for spam. I think that's it, but I don't think they can delete comments. But I think it's because the summer of Floyd makes most people on the right very pro-cop. Yeah, to my chagrin, by the way, and there's not much room to express the nuanced Lawbert position on the topic. I have expressed the Lawbertarian position on the topic over and over. The chat eats me alive, and I don't delete their comments. When the apparent threat of police being abolished and then replaced with some politicized thugs is looming, so fewer and fewer people will try. Those who do get more blowback. Does he believe that hyperinflation is coming? Maybe he's just short selling the dollar. Okay, so here we go. That super chat tracking site has him at 421,822. This is before YouTube's cut, by the way. Good job, Playboard. Patreon income over 55,000. My Patreon is down, but my locals is up. My locals is bigger than my old Patreon. Thank you, everyone. Please join me on locals. Maximum grift mode engage. Come to locals. Don't join Patreon. Join locals. ricadalaw.locals.com. There's exclusive shit over there. You get early access to videos, and you get access to the Discord. All of that. Do it. Do it. Use a PPP loan for payroll operating costs. You don't have to pay it back. Literally just free money. Kosher Salt is the smartest person in this thread. That's a pretty good racket, although he did have to go to Wells Fargo to get it. Well, the grifter asked the government to forgive his loan. Yes! I guess we know who paid for his hot tub. No. No. My PPP loan sat. It sat in my business account. I paid for my hot tub and my chair out of pocket. And I haven't claimed them as business expenses yet, although mainly because I haven't streamed from them yet. So I don't know if I'm gonna. We'll see. If I stream from the hot tub, I'm claiming it. Fuck you. Sword and Scale says, thank you for the huge chat, by the way. Says, I didn't take a PPP loan. Thought I was being patriotic. Had I known what I know now, I would have taken that loan. I would have taken it hard. Never making that mistake again. Have a bottle of cheap whiskey on me, degenerate. I make more than the quartering, by the way. Guys, Sword and Scale. My man, Mike. Mike, I'm coming to Houston in July. Are you going to be there, you pussy? You better come to Anime Matsuri. I will expose you to all the weeb degeneracy in the world, and we need to have a drink. If you don't come to Anime Matsuri, I'll find you. I'll find you, motherfucker, and I will force feed you liquor. Don't even at me. By the way, I fully believe you make more than the quarter. I don't know what the quartering makes. But I believe you. But my point is he makes a shit ton of money, and people are always like, oh, he's poor, pissing in his basement. It's like a weird thing. People don't understand how much money you can make on social media. But the reason they don't understand it is because it's like I think I'm in the top 1% of earners on social media. But I'm not in the top 0.1%, and they make a legion more than I do. So it's great. But get it, buddy. You deserve every penny you get. All right, next. There's literally the only reason he applied for the loan because it's free money. Nick and Tybeer discussed it at some point. If I wasn't so lazy, I could probably find that stream. I think the TLDR was roughly along the lines of, I don't like the government giving handouts to people, but if they are going to hand out free money and you qualify for it, you're a dummy if you don't get yours. Yes, get yours. Get yours. Apparently mods can moderate your comments. Angry Bailey needs to know for some reason. If I ever find out that a mod deleted a comment, they're no longer a mod, period. Like in the chat, I defer to the mods to take care of the spammers. I ask that they don't do anything else, but I defer to them on dealing with that shit. But if I ever find out a mod deleted a comment on my channel, they're gone. They're gone immediately. But he's self-employed unless he has two secretaries we've never heard of. How can he be eligible for money meant for preventing layoffs or bankruptcy due to operating costs? Because you didn't read the loan. You didn't read the program. You don't know the requirements. It's not like he has his own firm. I literally do have my own firm. I still am a practicing attorney. I still have active fucking cases. I wish to God I didn't, but I do. Jesus Christ. As far as I know, it's only him. That is still a firm. His degree, his computer printer, and free access to the legal system as a lawyer. I mean, it's not free. I still have to pay. And guess what? I pay my clients motion fees, you motherfucker. I don't charge them literally $1. I don't charge them anything. I don't charge them motion fees. I don't charge them filing fees. I don't charge them discovery fees. I don't charge them a penny. Because the show allows me to help people who can't afford it. Fuck you. What do you do? What do you do? Jesus Christ, these people. Lol, Nick Rekieta asked for a loan not to fire Nick Rekieta because tragically the pandemic killed the stay-at-home lawyering business. Yeah, sole proprietors. Again, Kosher Salt's the smartest guy in this fucking thread. Yeah, sole proprietors were eligible for PPP loans. The government said, here's free money. You keep doing what you're doing. As long as you bother to keep the records and show that you qualify for forgiveness, you won't have to pay it back. It's just free money. The only downside is that free money was 2.5 months worth of salary based on his 2019 income. Would have been a lot more if he could have used his 2020 income as a basis. This is the only part Kosher Salt has wrong. That's not true. It was capped at $100,000 in income. And again, as anyone who wanted to look into it could tell, I made more than $100,000 in 2019 and in 2020. Are you telling me Law Archive isn't run by one of his secretaries? This can't be. Good for him catching the gravy train this time. Fuck the government. He didn't get the first PPP loan because the bank was late and gay. Thank you, Holachu. And also, Anonymous, very smart here. He says he has at least 2 corporations. Yep. Rekieta Law Minnesota LLC, which is his law office, of which I believe he's sole employee, and Rekieta Media LLC, a Texas LLC through which he does his media stuff. I believe it also owns Rekieta Law, but I don't know. I don't keep track of that. My lawyer does. Most lawyers do something like this. So do doctors and other people subject to potentially huge liability from professional negligence. Spectre then starts shitting up the thread. Actually, to be fair, it wasn't this thread. It was the Weeb Wars thread with this. I didn't talk about this story, but did you guys see this? Yearbook photos of at least 80 female students at a Florida high school have been edited to cover their chests. So this 15-year-old girl, do not get horny, chat. Don't do it. If you get horny, shoot yourself in the face. Has some a minor, like 1.5 inches of cleavage there. And then they edited it out in the yearbook photos. They edited it out. And I didn't talk about this because it's probably like a live chat topic, not like a big topic. But I showed it to Lady Rackets. And I said, what do you think about this? And she said, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. If their parents are okay with them showing up to yearbook photos like this, then don't censor them. That's nonsensical. And the edits are obvious too. They look really bad. I didn't watch this. Apparently PPP is throwing shade at me. I don't know why, but if it's over the fucking shit about New Project 2, yeah, fuck you then. Again, you cost whoever like whined and fucking bitched about New Project 2 cost me $800 a month. Fuck you. I don't know what he's saying. I don't care. This seems more of a Rekieta thread than... Okay, so now we've got a bunch of Rekieta stuff. It was in the Weeb Wars thread, and it's now being moved over to this thread. So I'm not going to go through that. Tonight Show, that was yesterday. Here we go. I say it again. Rekieta Law is a dying channel. This is big. I mentioned this to someone earlier today. If this is my channel dying, I don't want to be living. He also misspelled dying. But that's a separate thing. Again, my worst month in 2021 has been bigger than my best month in 2020. And in 2021 versus 2020, my subscriptions, my subscriber count has risen by 80%, I think. I'll take Dying Channel every day, whatever that means. Whatever that means. Now, in 2019, I would have bigger average streams, 4,000 viewers, lower income. YouTube changed the way they do viewers on live streams. I don't know how much that affected it. I don't know how much the VIX stuff affected it. I don't know. All I know is despite whatever the viewer numbers and stuff say, I make more money today than I've ever made in my entire life. Which, by the way, thank you. Thank you, chat. You guys are awesome. Uy 99 says you've gotten like 2K in super chats in 3 hours, dude. Clearly your channel's dead. Technically, it's $924.37, but thank you. But and YouTube hasn't taken YouTube will take $300 of that, by the way. But that being said, no, thank you guys. I appreciate it. But here's the reality. If no one super chatted me, I would still, from ad revenue, make a living. I'm glad people super chat me. I don't ask for it because I don't have to. And because it's not a prerequisite for me doing a show. I come here to talk, hang out, express my thoughts and feelings and gayness or whatever with you guys. I come to share it. If you want to pay to super chat, they pay to super chat. If they don't want to pay to super chat, guess what? I do the stream either way. We're going to do the stream regardless. I make more money from advertising, from locals, advertising and locals combined than I made my entire life at any other job. Any other job. It's enough money for me to live. Absolutely. Oh, and by the way, just to put a weird rumor to rest, I bought my house free and clear. I have no mortgage, and I did it before the Vic Mignogna saga even started. So I literally don't need to sustain anything to keep going. I appreciate every single thing. And I do things like I buy a new camera. I buy a tablet. I'm hiring an editor. It's a slow process. Yes, everybody who has sent me editor resumes, I'm still working through them. All of that, I try to improve the show. I really do. And at some point, the channel will have a complete brand overhaul. That's something I need to go discuss with a friend of mine who does marketing stuff. The channel will have a complete artistic overhaul at some point. That'll all happen. That stuff I pay for out of my pocket to make the show better, to make the show succeed. All of that happens. But that being said, if all the super chats disappeared tomorrow, I would still, just from advertising and locals alone, be making more than I ever made at any other job. It's great. And I would keep working. I would keep working. You know why? Work is good. Work is good. An artistic overhaul, just cleaning up some of the stuff, making it consistent. Probably getting me some consistent thumbnail advice, stuff like that. That's all. Chat replay on the left of the new layout, please. Better for mobile. Yes, you're right. It is. I will look into that for sure. But here's the thing. I spent a year not working. 1 year from the time I turned 16 to now. I have spent 1 year of my life not working, not employed. It was one of the hardest years I've ever had to deal with. I wasn't in school. I wasn't working. I wasn't progressing in who I am. I don't know what I would do with that. I think it was 2010 was that year. Whatever the case, I would keep working. Because I want to work. Working is good. Working makes me feel good. And it should make you feel good too. Raycoon 86 says, hi, Nick. Yesterday was my 35th birthday. I wasn't able to watch the show last night, but please have some birthday money. Hey, Raycoon. Thank you. Happy 35th birthday. Thank you for being such a long-standing viewer of the channel. Okay, back to this. Sorry, this show's going to go on forever. It's the year of the knee, motherfuckers. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. So how it started. Let's listen to what I said. Because this is the contradiction as it goes. Here we go. Correct. I am not going to commit a felony and throw away my life for $30,000. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, shit. You guys couldn't hear it. 1 second. We'll try again. Here we go. My bad. But I'm not going to commit a felony and throw away my life in public for $30,000. So the implication of this person is that how it's going, PPP loan data, 20 grand, and then a hot tub here. It's not quite my model of hot tub, but it's kind of close. Not bad. And then a camera, and then a massage chair. I paid for all of these things with personal money. PPP money is actually still unspent. It's actually still unspent. I still have my PPP money sitting there. It's about to get spent on a bunch of fucking bullshit, but that's where it goes. It's still there right now. So I paid for the hot tub, I paid for the camera, and I paid for the massage chair out of personal money. Absolutely. Chair is great, by the way. If Raggets is mad about losing money, I'm not mad about losing money. Maybe he should show some spine as a base trad Catholic husband and put an end to his wife's CBD MLM crap. Are they? This is another one of those things where people talk about stuff they don't understand. My wife came on and talked about at one point the sleep whatever from a company called Navan. I have spent $0 on Navan. My wife does not sell Navon. We've never had a Navon party. We don't do Navon marketing. She mentioned it on one time, because it helped her get to sleep when she was having problems with insomnia. I'm sorry for hurting your fucking vagina on that, you fucking pussy. I'm really, really sorry for that. But she mentioned it one time because it helped her and she hoped it would help someone else. I make $0 from Navon. I spend $0 marketing Navon. You fucking weirdo. But here we go. I bet it's a pattern. Maybe the cash flow problem is coming from inside the house. I don't have a cash flow problem. Jesus Christ. The dozens of unsold Cutco knives I bought my wife so she could feel. I wish I had Cutco knives. Jesus. Have you guys ever used a Cutco knife? They're awesome. My parents have a couple Cutco knives. They're fucking great. I cut my thumb on a Cutco butter spreader. The butter spreader was sharp. Jesus, I wish I had some. I don't. She can feel like an empowered small business woman. Have nothing to do with my financial woes. It's all I don't have financial woes. I've never claimed to have financial woes. What is this? What is this? I don't understand. Never, ever have I come on this show and said, guys, I need your help. I'm out of money. No, I'm always open. I'm doing great. One of the again, I don't mean this as a brag. I'm the number 6 super chat earner in the United States. I'm number 6 behind Dr. Disrespect, who's number 5. Tim Pool's number 1. Right Wing Broadcasting is number 2. I don't remember 3 and 4. But I'm okay being number 5 behind number 6 behind Dr. Disrespect. Jesus Christ. Like, I've never ever I don't do this. I don't come on and whine about my finances. I'm fine. I always tell people, please, dear Christ, take care of you. Take care of you first. If you want to support the show, great. Angry Baneling, I said in the U.S. VTubers aren't counted on the U.S. list. No, 3 and 4 are not VTubers. VTubers actually occupy positions like 1 through 18. Globally, Tim Pool is like number 19, by the way. So I just want to say, I've never, and I would never. Guys, if I was homeless on the street, I wouldn't come on YouTube and ask for money. I don't do it. It's a weird thing to me. Sword and Scale, you motherfucker says, okay, fine. Here's another Benji. Quit whining about how poor you are. I'm not. There's so many people who need money more than me. Jesus. God damn it. Thank you. Thank you, you fucking... But no, I don't get it. I bought, so she can feel like empowered small business women. Have nothing to do with my financial woes. It's all a conspiracy of fat gay Canadians. Never, ever have I said, ever once, I'm in financial distress. Guys, since 2019, I've been in the best financial position of my life. Nick donated to another streamer. I do. I give super chats to Uncivil Law. I give super chats to Az. I give super chats to Friday Night Tights. I give super chats to I don't know, whoever else I see streaming. Good Logic when I go on his show or when I pop in. Absolutely. I try and spread it around. I try and send people chats. I try and get other people to send chats too. I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to succeed. Yeah, I gave money to DSP. I gave money to DSP. I know it's going directly into a mobile app. I still gave him money. I gave $500 to Fireman Steve. I like to give to people's GoFundMes when I can. I don't get it. I don't get it. What? Oh, I don't even know what this one says. Let's see. Let's see what Nigella says. But if anyone took any of my money away, I would be annoyed. Fuck you. You cost me $800 a month that didn't need to occur. You're pieces of shit. I fucking hate all of you. And you're all fucking gay. It's not enough money to commit a felony for anyone who's ever even gotten a paycheck in their life. You embarrassing Social Security riddled AIDS motherfuckers. It's pathetic. Let me tell you about the time when people took my money. It's not enough money. Oh. Yeah! It's not enough money. What don't they understand about this? $800 a month over 12 months is what? It's what, $9,600? Guys, if someone came up to you and held you at dick point and took $9,600 from you, would you be pissed off? Even look, if you had $1 million in income, would you be pissed off if someone came up and for no reason said, "I'm going to take $10,000 from you"? Yes. That's why you have $1 million, because you're pissed off that someone would take 10 grand. Of course you're mad. Oh, Jesus Christ. Putting this idiocracy, text offender has the idiocracy thing. If you don't vote Democrat this November, then fuck you. If you don't smoke Terrelons, fuck you. So you know what? That's a really good take on this I've never heard before. On one hand, $30K and a felony that ends his career and his reputation. On the other hand, $20K of entirely legal money from Uncle Sam. Yeah, seems like an obvious decision. I'd say things are going pretty well. And then he has PPP is a giant autistic faggot and should kill himself. Whoa, a bit strong. Kosher Salt. I don't think he should kill himself at all. I like PPP. I like him. People's Populist Press. I had him on. I'd probably have him on again at some point. Look, and let me be very clear on this. I had PPP on. We had a nice chat, but he kept doing some gay shit in his thing where he would like try and call me out or catch me in something. Whatever. It's fine. He's still interesting. I'd like him. I'd probably have him on again for some show. I don't know if it'd be in a one-on-one show for 3 hours, because I haven't seen a topic that I would do with PPP. Okay? But for the 24-hour stream, would I bring him on? Probably. For like a panel, would I bring him on? Probably. He's fine. I don't know what he's even doing anymore. I haven't talked to him in forever. What's he even up to? I don't know. But I have no problem with him. I have a problem with PPP. This is a weird thing. It's a weird thing that people have. But I certainly don't think he should kill himself. I think he's fine. I think he should do what he wants to do. Okay, Spectre. I'm not going to cover the Spectre stuff. Spectre, quote unquote, called me out on hypocrisy. I don't think I said what Spectre says I said. If I did, I don't remember it. It seems inconsistent with my personal beliefs and with what I would say. But if I did, mea culpa. I'll own it. I don't think I did, but I'm not interested in the Spectre stuff. So Anonymous says he probably pays ludicrous self-employment tax on everything he gets from internet shit, so he's just getting some of his own money back. There you go. I talked to you guys about how much that is. Wobble says it's literally just the government printing more money, inflating the currency. Not taking it is basically losing money, not staying in the same place. Correct. Suppose if I were in a very high tax bracket but still felt the taxes should be raised, I wouldn't be a hypocrite if I didn't just give the government every penny I had, unless I was telling other people. Okay, kosher salt. We know he's right here. I'm gonna skip. So here we go. Nick isn't a libertarian. He's an asshole. I am a libertarian and an asshole. Him taking money was like a fatty clearing out a food bank. God, I wish. Spectre stuff. Boring. Here we go. So here we go. He says, Spectre real quick says, I'd have to go back and check, but I believe one stream where he talked about the Catholic Church and Planned Parenthood getting PPP loans. So the companies who don't need the money should not apply for the loan. I don't remember that. I remember always advocating everybody to take the loan, but maybe I said it. I don't know. So Hook knows the lawyer took money. I, for one, am shocked. Thank you, Ghostbutt. Nick recognized the anniversary of the death of George Floyd. Peacock went on another stream, probably talking about dirty feet. Oh, cool. Attorney Tom is in the chat. Watch several of his vids. Good stuff. Raz looking at the thread on the stream right now. Hi, Nick. What's up? And he's big mad. Oh, I'm big mad all the time. One hand clapping. You know this. You know, I see you, you motherfucker. I know you're in the chat. As a gay man, I will happily give Nick a signed, notarized pass, say faggot as much as he wants. Mad Nick is entertaining Nick, and I want him to scream at retards on Twitter more often. Hi, Nikki. Nick's watching. Can I post a pair of big naked tits or friendship windmills? Are you upset, sir? Hi, Nikki. People should touch their PPPs, wear a beanie, and be the #1 VTuber. No, I don't want a VTuber or wear a beanie. Nick won 3P's biggest grifter tournament bracket for a reason, lol. That's right, motherfuckers. Biggest grifter of 2020. Don't even at me. So anyway, here's the gist of this. People are apparently interested, both on Law Twitter and a couple people, a subset of Kiwi Farms is interested in my PPP loan. I'm an open book, guys. I really am. Especially if you pay me to be in my Discord. I'm an open book. I don't know. I'm sure I have said something racist, hateful, sexist, bigoted. Guys, I went in blackface as Drexel. I'm sure I have fucked up somewhere. But generally speaking, I'm an open book. I'm just me. I'm just a guy who gets on the internet and talks for hours and hours every day, hopefully so that you guys like it. If people like it, they come watch. People like it, they super chat. If they don't like it, please don't watch and don't super chat. Jesus Christ, why would you pay money to something you don't like? I will never, ever, ever ask people to do anything other than that. Pay for the things you like. Please donate to the people you like. Go support the channels you like. If you like another lawyer more than me, go support them. Please. Please. That's how capitalism works. And I am doing great. Never complaining about money. I will complain when people take my money. Look, if some piece of shit took $10 from me, I'm going to come on this show and I'm going to call him a piece of shit for taking my $10. It doesn't have to be 10,000, and you should too. If someone takes your money, whatever it is, That's yours. You earned it. You worked. You bled. You sweat. You fucking sat down and did some mundane job that you hate. Or you did some great job that you love and you earned a lot of skill to do whatever it is. I don't care. That's yours. That's yours. If someone takes it from you, if somebody takes it from you, you should be fucking pissed. Absolutely. I don't care if it's $1. Someone says, Nick is not mad at all, guys. I'm pissed. Pissed all the time. I think that's why people keep tuning in. I've got a disability. I'm perpetually mad. Can I get on SS Social Security Income Disability and Super Chat? If I could grift the government out of Social Security Disability, I would. Absolutely. Chronic madness. Yes. Yes. Always mad. Always mad. But that being said, I hope you guys would be mad too. If someone took your money, you should be mad. Money is a representation of labor. That's all it is. No, that's not correct. Money is a representation of value. And most people express their value through labor, but some people do it through other things, right? Like value of a good that you sold to someone. If you sold something for $10 that was worth $10 because someone bought it, so it's worth $10. Whatever it is, that was yours. And the money is a representative value of that thing that you no longer have. That's yours. It's yours, whatever you did for it. Whether you earned it, whether you bought it, whether you saved for it, whether you inherited it. It's your money. That's your represented value. Anytime someone takes something from your represented value, they're taking from you. Taking from who you are and what you've done. What you've built, what you tried for, what you worked for, what you trained for. What you saved for, what you sacrificed for. Money is a representation of your own value. Lots of people are undervalued, by the way. So don't take this the wrong way. Lots of people are chronically undervalued and lots of people are criminally overvalued. Doesn't matter though. It is a representation of the market value of you. You can increase that or decrease it depending on your actions. But it is the market representation of you. And every single penny that you are worth, that someone would pay for whatever you own, for whatever talent you have, for whatever it is that you represent, for how much ass you would let them penetrate, doesn't matter. That is your market value. And if someone takes even $1 from your market value, they're diminishing you as a person. And you should be pissed about it. Absolutely. Absolutely be pissed about it. That being said, let's go ahead. Let's do super chats. Let's wrap up the show. I don't know if we're going to do Twitch tonight. Snuggle Struggle says 4 months in office and Biden's already spent $6.4 trillion. These people are freaking out that Nikki is using a program that is offered to him for $20K. Lol. Envy is ugly. Nikki is living rent-free in their heads. All right, let's do this. Angry Bailing, I just don't know. I don't know. I might do it. I might not. I've really got to take a piss. So we'll see. Wolfgang Deo says, I met the president of my university today. Lol. Was supposed to meet him 3 months ago because he leads the engineering department, but that never happened due to scheduling. Quote, I have heard of your name, but I have never seen you. Seems decent. Wolfgang says, apparently GF did have 2 fake 20s on him and was what he was stuffing into his seat in a manner that got him killed. I've seen those things, but I saw the pictures. I don't know that they necessarily were fake. Maybe they were. I don't know. Malik Foxton says, Ricada draw parties when? Serious question. Oh, God, that would be embarrassing. Crusader Saracen says, regarding Ray Gordon trying to sue you, Why is he suing you again? Because I said he's bad at chess, and he is bad at chess. Are his lawyers allowed to just stonewall you like that? Yeah, absolutely. They don't owe me anything. And to be fair, the lawyer threat is meaningless. The lawyer threat is meaningless. Or is it not illegal but generally frowned upon as a dick move? It's not even frowned upon. He can say whatever he wants. He can say he's going to sue me, but not sue me. That's fine. Wolfgang says, there is an article complaining that a school censored cleavage in yearbook photos. Lol, it's 2021 and the dress codes are outdated. No, dress codes are timeless because we don't want your daughter to be a whore or other daughters. That being said, yeah, I agree. The dress codes are timeless, but these girls were within the dress code. It literally, like an inch and a half of top cleavage is not. That's not even. Do you guys? Here, I'll show the picture. Because it's not. It's so unsexualized. It's ridiculous. Actually, the girls who were censored were saying that they felt sexualized because of the censorship. Let me find this fucking thing. So here's the picture. Here's the picture. You see? This is her shirt, right? And then the censored version moves her shirt up an inch and a half and goes flat across. Like it's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is not, and again, this girl's 15. This is not like a sexually flattering photo in any way. Like this is barely even cleavage. That's not a problem. It's not a problem. So weird sort of. It's a weird story. It's a weird take. Yeah. She's still showing collarbone though. What a strumpet. Malik Fox, it says, dude, I felt your anger that time. I also sympathize, my man. Nothing but slander coming from those types, and all you're trying to do is run a law/drama show. Mario Carter 13 says, law Twitter be like, if you do the math, Ty's doing grand larceny in public for the price of a Big Mac and a couple of salt packets. Again, yeah, if Ty were committing loan fraud from the government in public, I mean, it's insane. It's an insane proposition. E1337 Neo says, hey, Nick, I remember giving you half of a Benji last year when I got my current job, but now my company wants me to ditch my contractor status and go full-time with them. With that promotion, I finally attained a 6-figure salary. On that note, have a full Benji. Yeah! Get more money. Yes! Thank you, by the way. But also, yeah! Oh, I'm so happy for you. Anonymous says, God, you pay more in taxes than I make in a damn year. That's just the way it goes. It's part of the gig. It's fine. Ingrid Bailing says, that was a beautiful rant, Nick. I wish we played Dota 2 together. I would have loved to drop F-bombs on Ruskies and speaking Mexicans on the U.S. English, neither of whom speak English, and their only contribution is ruining the game. Anyway, here's $4. Thank you, Angry Bailing. Ooey 99 says, the folks complaining about you taking government money it's already paid for sound like the people who whined about Trump having his ties made in China while saying the U.S. should manufacture their own shit. His point was the government shouldn't subsidize it. And then Ooey 99 sent FAGGOT. Oh, damn it. St. Floyd says, yo, Isa B in heavens. After a unicorn flew down, wrapped his giant horse cock around me and flung me into the sun. So Isa been kicking it with the pregnant angels. and eyes have been put into finger gun to they belly for the lulls. Eyes have eated all the drugs faux funds. Thank you, St. Floyd, for that chat. That was awkward, but I'll take it. Mario Carter says, YouTube deletes my comments. Last couple weeks, I've had most of my comments deleted about an hour after posting. Content doesn't even matter. Having to cross at least a dozen channels. Kermit, suck these green nuts, Susan. Put them in your mouth. Make sure you floss with my pubes, you bitch. That's called a Russian floss, if you've never heard of it. Wolfgang Dale says, oh my God, Nick Angry Bainling keeps deleting my comments. When will you deactivate that bot? Uy 99 says, delete Angry Bainling. He's clearly a bot and a fake person from a fake country. Yeah, but hopefully he gets at some point. Listen, I'll admit this. I know Angry Bainling is a fake person from a fake country and likely a bot. But I'm hoping that one of his 7,000 Facebook messages for Bob's and Vagine nets me some actual Bob's and Vagine. That's why I keep him around. That's why I hope it happens. Someday, the Bob's and Vagine request is going to work, and I will have me some sweet pictures. Shadows King 101 says the U.S. economy was an all-time high until Nick's PPP loan destroyed it. Sent it into an irreversible downward spiral, which will lead to the end of the country. Thank you, fucking Jew. Thanks, you fucking Jew. God damn it. Linda Marie says, I bought a bunch of Ma Rights merch for my little sister, dad, and me. Donated to Amy's GoFundMe and am a supporter on Locals now. I'm very glad you and your family survived a year in Minnesota safely. Keep fighting the good fight. We love hanging out with you too, Nick. Oh, good, Linda. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it, by the way. Uy 99. Welcome to super lawyer status, you mad lad. If you're not in the Discord, by the way, you can get in the Discord. DM me. I'll help you out. Wolfgang Deo says, how hard is it to not cuck up every stream? Pretty hard. Says, commemoration of 1 year of GF, not celebrate. Lol. Wolfgang says, I like your stream better when you are muted. Thank you. Thank you for that. Mario Carter 13 says, dunk your mic in warm soapy water. That'll fix it. Watch Captain Elaine of the Death Watch. Oh, God, you're making me horny for Warhammer. Morning, Nick. Got diagnosed with hypertension last week. Came down with cellulitis in my leg today. Holy shit. Take care of that. Cellulitis is no joke. Now I've slept in on my crusade. Put in a good word to our God Emperor for me, brother. Watch Captain Elaine of the Death Watch. Literally. I had family with cellulitis who almost died. Please take care of it. Get the treatment you need. Get healthy. Report back to me when you are. Soldier! I've got some Warhammer figures to show you. Or Uriah Wright says, what are you talking about, Nick? I'll never betray you. Peacock, lie. I'm gonna message that motherfucker. Nick's Hex says, how to speak Greenlandic. Ronnie Monikamic Tyranimikulu Tequimit Iziganimbarak. Ron tries to watch Monica and Tyrone from the corner. Thank you, Nick's Hex. Cars in Depth says, get a bicycle and express your whiteness. Bicycles. No, I'll drive. I would rather drive a big fucking diesel car than get a bike. I'm about to buy a new car at some point. I'm going to trade in my last car. I have a 2014 Ford Fusion hybrid that I got while going to law school for the mileage, for the gas mileage. I'm about to trade that in for an SUV that'll transport 5 children. And it'll probably get like 5 miles to the gallon. It'll be great. Kevin Dorr says, Congress is not doing that. The ATF is the one banning them. It's all Biden admin and ATF. Congress has not passed any bill banning 80%. P.S. Every summer, Jay Thomas takes an RV trip. Let's pray for him. Yeah, let's pray for Justice Thomas. Absolutely. Yeah, Congress, though, delegated authority to the ATF, unfortunately. Maybe they'll roll it back, but I doubt it while the Democrats own the House and the Senate. Ghetto TV says, your video quality is so crisp. Night and day difference from a year ago. Great job. Hey, someone likes the video. Thank you, Ghetto TV. Thank you. Little Meme says, nah, Bron, get that Lambo. Dude, I would unironically buy a new Corvette. The mid-engine Corvettes are fucking cool. And I'm primed. I asked Lady Raggeds, I said, can I please, I saw a C7 Corvette the other day. And then I was thinking about the C8s, the new mid-engine Corvettes. And I said to Lady Raggeds, I was like, can I please, for fucking hell, have a midlife crisis? Can I please have one? I'm due. It's time. Can I have a midlife crisis and buy a Corvette? And she said, not yet, boomer. Someone said, get a Hellcat Durango. I probably won't get a Hellcat Durango because they don't seat 7. They only seat 6. But an SRT Durango seats 7. So I might do that. Not even joking. Not So Handsome Jack says, there's nothing wrong with beef being medium or well done. My father told me a story of how my grandpa sent back a steak because it still mooed, not well done. I prefer medium rare steaks. That's what I like. Not so. Shade221 says she's going to make you wait until your kid can drive, so you have to teach all the kids how to drive your Corvette. My Google News sends me a bunch of car news, even though I'm not a car mechanic guy. I love cars. I wish I understood them better. It's something I like. I've always liked them since I was a little kid. I love sports cars. I saw a story where a kid borrowed his dad's 3,200 horsepower Viper and set a quarter-mile world record. Holy shit. Can you imagine? An 18-year-old kid borrowed his dad's 3,200 horsepower Viper and fucking blew the back out of the quarter-mile world record. Jesus. Do you imagine having 3,200 horsepower at the pedals? God damn. Apple Bites has thought the Durango seated 8 with the third row. No, it's not an option on the Hellcat specifically. It doesn't do it. They won't do a Hellcat with that many seats. But my buddy's a Chrysler Dodge dealer, so I've been talking to him about it. I need to go down and test drive one. But the Hellcats don't come with a 7-seat stock. I don't know. I would love, dude, if I could buy a Hellcat Durango, like 850 horsepower Durango, blowing out fucking like Corvettes and Lamborghinis and shit on the street. I would absolutely do it. It would be so funny. It would be so funny. Ryan79 says, get a Mercedes Sprinter. I already have a Nissan NV 3500 passenger. So we already have a big van, a 12 passenger van for the long trips. We already have that. I want something to drive around town that's not the giant van. When we have a shorter than like 20-hour drive, I want something a little bit smaller. Not So Handsome Jack says, I'm not too much of a shotgun fan, but normal OO bucks are fine. But if you're planning on using slugs, wear shoulder protection. They kick like a motherfucker. How about riding a motorcycle? Motorcycles are cool. I just, in Minnesota, you got 3 to 5 months total. That's the problem with Minnesota with buying an awesome car. Josiah Fitch says, my parents keep talking about birth certificates and maritime law, and the U.S. is a corporation. Is it true that my folks are going cuckoo? Yes. Yes, they're going down the sovereign citizen approach, and there is no help for them. You cannot help them. Just look, it's your parents. Smile, love them, hang out with them, enjoy their company. Your job is not to turn them away from sovereign citizenship. Plus, they're travelers on the road anyway. You can't. Nick Tech says her head fit through the armhole on the 8X shirt. Wolfgang Deo says harm to your family is not part of being online. No, it's not. But they haven't caused my family harm. They're just assholes. Wolfgang Deo says pedophile protection loan. Yes. Phantasmagorical says my kids and I thank you so much, Nick in chat. Thank you guys to everyone who donated to Phantasmagorical, by the way. Thank you very much for supporting her family through this time. Roland S says literally cash becomes literally inflation. Roland S says an a-hole that pays $3,000 to the bar per year. Mario Carter 13 says Kyle charged with diddler hunting without a license. Gummy says I agree with Shouty Man on YouTube, as also am a weeb. Good. Roland S says online you do not play the man, play the audience. James Huddleston, I read that one. Phantasmagorical says, I just wanted to thank everyone that donated, will donate, or shared the GoFundMe link. You are all amazing and appreciated. Real quick, I'll throw that in chat one more time. Ambulance Chaser, I will never own a Prius in my life. Jesus. Oh my God. My car is I got the Ford Fusion hybrid, and I got the titanium edition. It's got red leather interior, black exterior. It's a nice car. And it had really good gas mileage at the time. It's got a heated steering wheel, air conditioned and heated seats. It's fucking great. I love it. I had it custom. I customized the order. It took a bunch of weeks for it to come in. Made in Mexico, though, so it smells a little bit. But that being said, I really like my car. I do. But we need two vehicles that'll transport the kids. Bad Dragonite says, do keto for a month, Nick. You won't regret it. Works. Look, I will regret not being able to eat ramen. Serial Foxity says, Drexel is really Nick in blackface confirmed. Wick Dipper says, woo! Ray John. Not So Handsome Jack says, base Nick Ricada rant. Bravo, good sir. CJ says, cough, Best Buy cough. Snuggle Struggle says, how do we make everyone more money? We demand the government release the Panama Papers and start serving subpoenas. No chance. No chance. Never a chance. Horatius763 says, whites pay in way more than they get out of the system. Amateur Ant says, I got the sweet and sour sniffles a month ago. I'm 36 years old. I was basically a bad head cold. Couldn't taste or smell anything. I stand with Rand Paul. I don't need the vax. I already have the antibodies. Altarius V says, epic rant, surprisingly spot on when you're heated. As a boomer in mind, but not in body, my current situation of sitting on my ass and earning a paycheck is a convenient, unique circumstance. Altarius V, always be a boomer in mind, but not in body. Tom Bomba Thrill says, great show tonight. Have some of my money that was taxed before I got it will be taxed as your income. And after YouTube takes 30%, also stop drinking soda. I did. Lady Rackets made me buy some soda today. And I was like, you're trying to fucking kill me, aren't you? I'm trying to stop drinking soda. And she said, you are? And I was like, look, 2 days ago, I said, no more soda. No more soda for me. I'm done. I'm done with soda. I bought a bunch of Propel and Gatorade to help get me through. Phoenix Lord Asserman says, why are you wasting your time reading at farmers? Fairly sure they'll just get off to this. That's good. I want them. I want them to coom. Look here, Phoenix Lord. I am the Dark Eldar. I want them. I want them busy cooming. I want everybody engaging their carnal desires at all times. Why wouldn't you? Think about this, guys. People are chasing carnality every single day of their lives until they get it. And then they chase it in their lives too. But I'm just saying, get it. However you got to get it, just get it. Don't let people fuck with you. Midnight's Edge After Dark. Tom says, yo, Ricada Law. Tom, how you doing, buddy? Tom, you've been a naughty boy. A naughty boy. I've seen it. I've seen the accusations. You are a naughty motherfucker. You want to come on the show, by the way? Just hang out. I'm not talking about the accusations and all of that gay shit that's going on. How you doing, man? Want to come on, hang out? We'll have some drinks and just talk about shit. Seriously, I mean it. Shoot me a message. The Pro NATO says this won't be the only thing growing on an HT stream. CJ says, you know what makes me feel good? Busting makes me feel good. Ask Ray Parker Jr. It makes him feel good as well. And Arnold Schwarzenegger. Salty Dog says, just now realized I could apply for a PPP loan as a Lyft driver. Just applied for it. Thanks. I didn't think there was any more money left in PPP, but good job. Get it, son. Wolfgang says, I would like more money than what government gives me. Good. Find it. Get it. Take it wherever you can. CJ says, if I had $1 million, I'd buy your lungs. If I had $1 million, I wouldn't have to have my lungs drained. If I had $1 million. Oh, Jesus. Ryan79 says that May 7th trash fire last year was the first time I bought a super chat. Superstitious Oblivious B, I missed this. Fuck says, I'm sorry to hear about your financial woes. I know it's not much. I hope it helps. Just kidding. Keep on keeping on, brother. Thank you. Thank you for that. SoCal Chris says, Nikki, you know this is your channel, right? You owe zero explanation. I owe zero explanation, but I definitely am going to rant and scream at people because I love it. Where the fuck? Oh, shit. Where did we go? Here we go. Big Red Bear says, I am choosing to super chat because I am being held as a captive by Nick Ricada. I'm safe at this time and I'm not being harmed. Please support this channel or he'll put me on a helicopter ride. That's right, you commie bastard. Pirate Tomsky says, is this legal? Yes. Matthew Brazel says, Legal Eagle. By the way, guys, did you hear? I heard Legal Eagle use the N-word over and over again. And the F slur. Very scary. I'm just kidding. He didn't do any of that because he's a giant vagina. Matthew Brazel says, just got home from work and am pouring a glass of Evan Williams. Thanks for all the good content. Any updates on the lawsuit against you? There is no lawsuit against me. It was a bloviating mess that backfired dramatically when they realized I wasn't going to pay Ray Gordon $50,000. I don't have a suit against me at this time. 200 Watt Studio says, admittedly, Viva Fry is a better YouTuber and lawyer, but your drunk rages are more entertaining, Nikki. That's good enough for me. Damn. I don't know if I should like that or not, but I like it. CJ says, Nikki's rant brought to you by J.G. Wentworth. It's my money and I need it now. Amateur Ant says, Nick, go take a leak right now. Chair stream after you do the super chats. Ryan79 says, I had a good weekend in Vegas. Have some of my winnings. Hey, thank you. My best gambling winnings. One day, I probably have told this, but one day I'll tell it again. Apparently, according to family lore, one of my great uncles or whatever invented Tabasco sauce and gave it to the McElhennys because he got screwed on a deal. That being said, I went to a Minnesota casino, Mystic Lake, and I dropped $20 on the Tabasco slot machine. And I hit, it was a nickel slot, I think. And I hit the highest possible winnings on the nickel slot machine. But it was only on one nickel. I didn't max bet it. So off of something like $1.20, I made $268. That was the best casino trip of my life, and it confirmed to me that I must be descendant of the man who invented Tabasco sauce, because I won money on the Tabasco machine. Absolutely. Yes, his ambulance chaser says, so your ancestor got grifted. Shame. So here's the story. My grandma swore by this story for her entire life, and including up to her death. Her whatever uncle, I don't know if it's great uncle or great uncle, worked at a hotel in Louisiana. Now, my family, some part of my family, my grandmother's side of the family, owned a piece of from Iberia, Louisiana. And there's an island off the coast of Louisiana. I don't know if Iberia is the island or if Iberia is a town, but they owned part of this island. And the island was mostly salt. Like, it's a complete waste of a fucking island. It has salt and oil on it. But that being said, in Iberia, they grew this type of pepper in the 1800s called the Tabasco pepper. It's a weird pepper. No one really had a use for it. And then apparently some distant uncle worked at a hotel restaurant. This is, again, back in the 1800s when the best restaurants were in hotels. And he had a sauce that he made out of these peppers. Blended them up, mixed them with vinegar, some salt, and he made a sauce. And everybody loved this sauce. All right? Apparently everybody loved this sauce. And they came and they asked him for the recipe, and he's like, no, it's my own thing. Then a guy comes up to him and says, hey, we can bottle this sauce and we can make a fortune bottling this sauce and selling it. All right? And he says, oh, okay, I guess. And so they go in on a handshake agreement. A lot of food deals are handshake agreements. I don't know if this is true. This is a story my grandmother swore to until the day she died. So I've got to stick with it. All right? He said, I'll sell the sauce with you. We'll bottle it. We'll sell it. And then the guy cuts my relative out of the deal. Says, yeah, prove it. Prove we have a contract. We don't have a contract. I'm making the sauce. So then apparently my relative goes to the McElhennys, the richest family in town. And they say, hey, I don't want anything out of this deal. I don't need anything out of this deal. Please run this joker out of town. You outspend and outmarket this guy. Run him out of town. And the McElhennys said, yes. Now, the McElhennys will never, ever, ever admit to that story. Ever. However, my grandparents knew personally the McElhennys. They knew them. The descendants of the McElhennys, right? Who currently own the Tabasco thing. He said, I'd never ask you for anything. And my family, my grandparents have never, ever asked the McElhennys for anything or anything like that. This is the story. They apparently will deny it forever because, you know, the McElhennys have to own the Tabasco brand. I don't know what to believe. I don't know why. Look, that grandmother of mine, those grandparents died exceedingly wealthy. Very, very wealthy. They needed nothing from the McElhennys. They never asked for anything. That was the story my grandmother told until the day she died. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want anything from the McElhenney's. Look, if they want to send me some Tabasco sauce, I love McElhenney Tabasco sauce. I will drink that shit out of the bottle. It's great. It's great. I don't get any money from them. I don't know them. The McElhenney's want to have me there for a tour. I would fucking I'd be like a kid I'd be like, yeah, I love it. I love it. But that's the story. That's the story about it. And I know that it's true because, again, I won at the casino on the Tabasco machine. So, of course it's right. 200 Watt Studio says, it's more creepy than that editor saw it as sexual. The editor saw it as sexual, yes. Snuggle Struggle says, FYI, the sixth and final wave of feminism is apparently femcapitalism, so says Medium. Guessing a certain lady of Babylon will be their queen? Good. Good. Plead the Fifth says, Frank's hot sauce is better. Banned as fuck, you motherfucker. How dare you? How dare you? Wolfgang Deo says, hashtag bot lives matter. Horatius says, why do you think whites deny reality of anti-whiteism? Because they're told it doesn't exist over and over, and that must be true. Whites have been bred to accept authority from other whites, right? We've been told that whites are correct our entire lives. Part of that means that some whites are going to believe other whites when they say that racism is a real problem and all this stuff. So that's why they'll deny it. They've been conditioned to their entire lives. Horatio says, tell your wife that you can splurge on whatever. I can. I run the finances of my house. It's my job. Lady Rackets. It's so funny. It's so cute, actually, to me. She comes up to me, and this is what years of relationships will do for you. When we were broke, Lady Rackets she didn't take care of the finances, and she would say, hey, can I spend $40 on whatever, right? And I'm like, we have it, or, God, we really don't have that right now. Can you wait a month? Can you wait 2 weeks till I get paid? Whatever it is, right? That's where it came from. And she still holds that mentality to this day. And she'll like come up to me. And she's like, hey, I want to buy like 5 books on Amazon. Can I do it? I'm like, well, how much are they? Are these rare books or something? $60. I'm like, yes, you can buy $60 worth of books. Of course you can. But that's the relationship we have. I run the finances of the house. If I wanted to buy a Corvette, she wouldn't even ask a question. However, that's not how relationships work. Whatever, and this is some relationship advice for you guys. No matter how good your relationship is, no matter how much you've established various roles in your relationship, openness, honesty, and levity are critical for that relationship. So openness, honesty, and levity. You have to be able to joke with them. You have to be able to smile about stuff. Do that. But yeah, if I really wanted to buy, look, the reason I don't buy a Corvette is because I could only drive it 3 months out of the year. That's the reality. I would love it. Mario Kart 13 says Nick is 5'2", loves his little red Corvette. Oh, baby, I'm much too fast. Nimble Madman Bob says, can you deep dive into Paul Peterson, the Maricopa County baby selling case? Never heard of it. Nimble Madman Bob, please email me. That sounds fantastic. Amateur Ann says, get a Chevy Suburban for around town. We're looking at different SUVs, a whole bunch of different ones. Phoenix Lord Asserman says, if you make them coom nonstop, won't that just make a worse Slanesh? Yes. Wolfgang says, Nick, you missed my super chat. I did not. Ooey 99 says, Nick, you missed my super chat. Stop lying. CJ says, oh, what's the super chat spreadsheet program you use? I don't use the super chat spreadsheet program. However, there is an if this, then that. When you get a super chat, it will add to a super chat file on Google Drive, and that is in Microsoft Excel format, so XLS, if that's what you're talking about. Kyra says, if anyone seriously still eats ramen, like the cheap top ramen you microwave, please stop and reconsider anything else. Ramen is specifically horrible for you. Look up why, please. And look up tetrabutyl hydrochloroquine. I talked about it actually, but it's actually specifically bad for women, not men. Weirdly enough. Bruno Alex says, hey, Boomer, first time donating, long time watcher. If you ever feel bored and want to have a laugh, take a look at GTA RP law cases on NoPixel and maybe even join in as a lawyer or judge character. Cheers. Oh, role-playing cases. That would be hilarious. Jason McConnell says, I banged a pit boss in Robert Goulet's suite at Mystic Lake in 1994. Who's the boss of whose pit now? Own that pit, buddy. Own that pit. Wolfgang Deo says, eat the bugs, bigot. And then, let's see. Where are we? Wolfgang Deo says, napalm sticks to kids. Children sucking on a mother's tit. Wounded gooks down in a pit. Dow Chemical doesn't give a shit. Napalm sticks to kids. If it gets the gooks when on the run. Jesus. Wow, that's a lot of gamer words in there, Wolfgang. And then finally, 2% right says, Nick, what's the good of all the new election laws when the courts all just go no standing or latches and ignore the laws? Good question. I don't know. All right, guys, there's the show for tonight. Should I go? I'll go on Twitch for a little bit and I'll play some game you all hate, but it'll be fun. I'll see you there. All right, guys. As Uy99 says, peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some law-splaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an ardbeg, a bow, more of Lafroig. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. Get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the tea post on Twitter as we hear law-splaining tonight. From the white shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour